I'm back. How we feel about Tethers right now. How Tethers are feeling right now. How we feel about fleers right now. How fleers are feeling right now. How we feel about all the hoppers, skippers, and jumpers right now in segregation, and how they feel about segregation before and after. And we've been whooping them up before and after, and we've been holding it down for life. Certified all the time, Black Alpha Network. Tupac, let them know.
I don't care what y'all think. If you whatever the fuck you think you are, and until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans if we out here dying? We thugs and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that shit.
Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. What up, though? One love, family. We in the building. Yes, indeed. Black Alpha Network, the voice of the streets, the people's champion, certified Black society. I see you. Let's go to work. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling right now? Y'all feeling good? How was your weekend? How was your day? Everything good on your side? Because, you know, we don't move unless we move together now. So I got to know how y'all living. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting money. Y'all in good health. Everything good. Prosperity. Your family doing good. I hope everybody's lovely because we are going to cook today. So I need all of your energy. I need all of your thoughts. I need all your passion, family. And we're going to cook this thing right on up the certified Black society way. And that's the only way. So certified salute to everybody in the building. We run it. We run it. We run it. And they run it, and they scared. Family, they running around here talking about segregation, right? Y'all know certified foundational Black Americans. We've been doing it independent anyway. You doing fabulous, family? I like to hear that. I see Houston, by the way. I see Richmond, by the way. FBA all damn day. The world is ours, family. The world is ours. Damn all the naysayers, okay? Everybody gonna hate. They only gonna hate because you great, family. So you know they gonna be hating. Still alive and living. That's the best you can do, okay? We all vertical right now. So we alive, we living, we alive, we winning. We a family in here deep. We are family. I got all my certifieds with me. You can't make this up. It don't get no better, y'all. I see church. I see everybody. Let's go to work. Faith, I see you. Memphis is in the building too. I be damn, a party ain't a party. We gonna get this thing started right. So I need all the family in here. We are about 400 deep, you know what I'm saying, right now. Y'all know we're going to get to them thousands because this is the concrete talking. This is the soil, family. This is the place that our ancestors created, so we going to regulate it. And it's as simple as that. I feel sad and I feel sorry for anybody who gets in the way of foundational Black Americans achieving our goals and getting to our dreams, family, because everybody else who's ever gotten away, they done failed. They done crashed. They done went down. And that's exactly what's going to happen to them. And we're going to continue to win. So with that part, Louisville, I see you. Sacramento, I see you. Let's go. Let's go. Columbus, Ohio, I see you. Shout out to the A. Much love. GA all day. We in here, man. I'm full of energy right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they out here talking about segregation. And we're going to break down all the little factors and how they trying to play the game. But most importantly, y'all, I'm going to prove that we don't give a damn about none of that because we've been living independent any goddamn way. What you think reparations is? What you think delineation is? That's our own thing. So they can be scared. If you're scared, take your ass to church right now. Somebody made a point, by the way. They said the Tethers can't even go to church because they're getting snatched up, detained, and sent back home. And by the way, we're going to have some sent back home videos today. All right. So this week in immigration is going to be lovely. This week in segregation for them is going to be lovely. All the Democratic shields, the Republicans crashing out, all that's going to be lovely. And the main thing that you will leave with today is the same exact thing we started with right now. And that is foundational Black Americans are up and everybody else got to bow the hell down. That part, fam, we ain't scared. We ain't scared of nothing. They can try the boogeyman tactics. They can try to get foundational Black Americans on some type of run and hide energy. You know what I mean? They only try to pull that, fam, because they know we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go as far to say we are the only people on the planet Earth who don't run. The only thing we do, we run the game. You feel me? That's the only thing that get ran. We run the game. We don't run from nothing. We don't hide. We stay certified, and that's all the time, 24/7. You feel me? So everybody else out there, they just have to deal with the reality that we right here. I see y'all. We coming. Bam. This spring, this summer, 2025, we going all the way in. We're going to take this movement to another level. It's time to go. It's time to go, family. We train to go. It's time to go. I want to see my brothers and sisters putting in work so we can take the movement from here to here, and we could just keep on growing. We can stack days on top of days, weeks on top of weeks, family, and just let everybody know that we run this right here. This is our world, all right? With the country, we built that. But every time I look around, the whole world wants to come to the country. So I guess that means we run the whole goddamn world then, don't it? Easy. So, fam, everybody's out here scared right now, and they're talking about segregation, all right? So let's get this right. The Democrats told us for 4 years this was not a racist country. There's no racism. They didn't give us an anti-Black American hate crime bill at all. Mind you, 2 years in a row. In August 2023, I was at the scene of a hate crime in Jacksonville, and then June 2024, I was at the scene of a hate crime. And the Democrats said, hey, there's no racism here. Nope, go on. But ever since Donald Trump's been president, they say racism, racism, racism. They evoke all the racism that we've been talking about. So if the Democrats care so much about racism that they can do this and they can do all this pointing, how come they couldn't do this and do anything to combat that? So Donald Trump has been president, and they said he was going to bring back slavery, and all the tethers got scared. They said that we were going to get deported. All the Democratic shields got scared. They said DEI was going to roll back all the way to civil rights. Okay, they got scared again. And then they also said Black History Month. And now they done pulled out segregation. Fam, every single element of, the April 5th protest, they're going to try to do a million shield march I'm hearing on the street. Okay, fam, they doing anything except for running that goddamn money, and we ain't accepting anything but that goddamn money. So you going to run the check, and we don't give a damn. We ain't assisting nobody. We out here helping ourselves. So everybody talking about some segregation, you're going to have the COONs because they want to be around the dominant society. They can't stand that. The tethers can't run the mommy and zaddy no more. So they're afraid right now. Oh, the tethers are out there, fam. Do y'all know you got people running around here and they're speaking on behalf of us? Fam, y'all get ready to laugh. Y'all think we be funny on the Black Alpha Network and we be roasting people and we be out here having a great time. Wait until y'all see the videos I got today. They're going to be talked about for a long time because you got Mr. Mutombo the 33rd. He out here saying, we're not scared. We don't care about immigration. We don't give a damn. Yeah, Mr. Mutombo is acting like he's from Mississippi, all right? You got Mr. Mutombo acting like he Mr. Memphis, all right, when he's really Mr. Ghana. Yeah, so you got tethers out there trying to talk like us, walk like us. They're trying to make it look like they're down with FBA. All right. And then you got some who are just flat ass scared anywhere. Families, a lot of crazy things going on. And just like anything that got some truth to it, you're going to have a bunch of people trying to pretend that they down for the crown and they not. All right. So we're going to break down all of that. I'm going to have my good warrior brother come through today. We're going to talk about some real course of action so we can really handle it. This is the time frame, fam, where we handle everything on our own. Remember, y'all, and it's a beautiful episode. While they're running around here talking about segregation and all this stuff, fam, remember, FBA's always done our own goddamn thing regardless. Let me ask y'all a question. Who was out there in the fields with us when brothers and sisters was building this country? Weren't we solo dolo by our goddamn self? Yes, we were. Who was out there building the railroad system? Yeah, we was out there by our goddamn self. Who has always been the social and economic backbone of the United States of America? You mean to tell me you're trying to get the people who always done something by their damn self to worry about a companion and a friend? We don't need none of that. Everything we've ever done has been on our own. That's what we specialize in. So I know you don't think we're going to be sitting here saying we're going to lose buddies, friends, and allies. We ain't got none, so we don't give a damn. Guess what, fam? We ain't got none because we ain't looking for none. See, it's a difference for somebody who's looking for love in all the wrong places. Foundational Black Americans don't give a damn about looking for love in all the wrong places. Because all I need is my certified foundational Black American faces. As long as I got that, I got everything. Just us. Absolutely. It's only been us. So while they scared of losing friends and buddies, we don't give a damn. Damn you and your buddy. Okay. Rest in peace to my Aunt Yolanda. My Aunt Yolanda used to say F you and 10 MFers that look like you. And that's how we feeling right now. And that's the energy we giving them. If you ain't foundational, if you ain't certified Black society, you get the hell up out our way. Y'all be scared. We gonna be great. So let's go down the street, y'all, and let's show everybody as I pull this up how it's playing out in the streets in the world today, y'all. These people really think that we're going to crash out for everything. All you've seen, fam, is us whoop their ass in an election, and every other damn day, they got some new little hustle to try to get FBA involved, and none of them's working, fam. We're not going for nothing. How long has it been? It's been months at this point, y'all. FBA ain't moved. All of their little protests and stuff crashed out. Remember, fam? Let's go there. A couple weeks ago, what were they talking about? A couple weeks ago, they were running amok, and they was talking about this whole boycott Target for DEI. Y'all notice they ain't brought that up again, right? Y'all notice? Have they not have been on hush mode about that? Has that came up again, y'all? You know why that hasn't came up again is because it failed. And you know why it failed? Because we didn't get behind it. This is the first time in American history where the certified grassroots controls the black community, all right? The Boule ain't riding this goddamn thing. No, all right? The Shields ain't riding this goddamn thing. We are in full control. So while they out there scared, they bringing up these things, this going to crash out, the next one's going to crash out, and we will reign supreme and we will prevail. We already have. They just don't know it yet. Bet we do. Y'all watch this right here, fam. This is what's going on in the street, and we going to be clinical on this episode. We going to be surgical on this episode. When we say we going to chop some good game, we going to do some real good game chopping. We talk about master teaching, we going to do some master teaching. When I say we, I mean all of us, y'all. You put together the West and the East, you got we, all right? In the Midwest and the South, we the backbone. So we going to put all it together, the North, the South, the East, the West, and we going to regulate. Y'all watch this right here. This is how bad these individuals are trying to get foundational black Americans on board with their little charades. And newsflash to them, it ain't working now and it never will work. You may scare the Tethers, but you won't scare us.
Well, it's official. Segregation is now back on the table for the American government, and we have Donald Trump to thank for it. You heard me right. Thanks to Donald Trump, segregation is now no longer banned in the federal government. More specifically, government contractors are no longer banned from having segregated restaurants, waiting rooms, and drinking fountains. Yeah, thanks to Donald Trump, now government contractors can have shit like this again. And what was Donald Trump's logic behind this asinine decision? Well, he's tackling DEI, of course. Donald Trump is bringing back segregation in order to supposedly combat DEI. I wish I was making this shit up. I wish I was making up all of the insane shit that Donald Trump says and does. But unfortunately, this is just our fucked up reality now, and until somebody does something about Donald Trump, I'm afraid there won't be an end to the madness any.
Stop. No, fam. I couldn't let it slide. I could not let it slide. Listen to what he's doing. Listen to how these folks are trying to maneuver to get us involved. These folks are out here breaking their back trying to get foundational black Americans involved. How many times did he say Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump said, and Donald Trump did, and when Donald Trump did it again, and notice this as well, family, all the videos and the pictures you see in the back are a bunch of black people, all right? They're trying to evoke every single emotion. Remember, when it comes down to a tangible, to a bill, to something relevant, they say racism doesn't exist. When it comes to getting FBA to fight for another group, they can't stop talking about racism. They only acknowledge our wrongdoings when they can benefit from it. Any other time, they on Mayo hush mode. And notice this is what this man is doing. And I want the family to listen to what he said, and I'm going to point out something. And we're going to break it down today. Yeah, share this video. Smash that like button. Every real one you know, bring them in the room, y'all, because we got some real important game to get to. We're going to get to it the best way we know how, the certified way. Notice he says, until somebody does something about Donald Trump, it won't stop. Family, have we not already broke this down where you got all of these liberals running around here invoking all types of violence that we denounce, that we stand away from? It has nothing to do with us. Do not allow Miracle Whip and mayonnaise to have some type of civil war that they're going to get over in 2 days anyway and make you throw your life away. Remember, all of the illegals were trying to get us out there in the street so you can get rounded up, snatched up, and sent to jail. Now you're seeing the same exact thing where they trying to get you to protest. They trying to get you to rally. So when it all goes down, you're going to have to wear the jacket for all them things that they burnt, for all the vandalism, for all the people who got harmed, and they're going to drive right on back to the Mayo suburbs, and you're going to be in jail. Notice, fam, and one of the things you're going to see throughout this episode after video that I've compiled is that they're always inciting violence, and they're always trying to put the jacket on us. He would never tell Chad, we got to do something about it. He would never tell Susie, we got to do something about it. But he keeps trying to get black people to go out there. My brothers and sisters, love y'all with a passion. Do not listen to none of these people trying to get you out in the streets because there's nothing there for us. Let me run that back so you can catch it again, y'all. Notice how he says somebody got to do something. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at this guy. You think this guy give a damn about black folks? Or does he want black folks to crash out for his political agenda? Big difference, y'all. We in here almost 1,000 deep. Smash that like button. Certified.
Donald Trump says and does. But unfortunately, this is just our fucked up reality now. And until somebody does something about Donald Trump, I'm afraid there won't be an end to the madness anytime soon.
What?
So segregated facilities are no longer explicitly banned under federal contracts. Now, let's be honest, we all knew that this was coming when we got a bunch of boomers and people who are in that next generation, those old people, yelling out, "Make America great again." And if you ask them when was America great, it would be during the time that we thought America was inhumane and not great. Or when the minority people, so that's Hispanic Americans, that's anyone who has been through this time period, that's Black Americans.
No, now here come this guy talking about the Black and Brown Coalition. He's talking about Juan Crow. All right. Y'all see now, they weren't around when that picture right there was taken. There ain't no coincidence that all your civil rights pictures, you don't see a Pedro, you don't see a Jorge, you don't see a Ramirez, a Gonzalez, none of them. But now this man would say, you know, all of us during this time frame, if they were around during that time frame to present me a picture, you can't. The same way you can't show me a picture of these folks in the cotton fields. You can't. So the first guy was coming at us saying, y'all need to go do something. And here comes this guy, and I'm questioning this man's lineage to be 100. All right. So either he's a tether or what I call a demo. And a demo is a domestic op. Y'all put that on. Y'all put that one in the bank. OK. All right. We're going to start calling these folks these demos. That is either a democratic op or a domestic op, or hell, you can put them together. A domestic democratic op. That's what that guy is. And I'm questioning this dude because he immediately got into the people of color talk. You see what they're trying to do. It's blackety, blackety, black. Put up pictures of black folks. Show the civil rights era. Use all the things that we endured personally. But your words got every single thing to do with Jorge. You better try again, dimho.
Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, anyone who's minority, okay? They would not say America was great during the same time that the old white people are saying, make America great again. What's so interesting to me is that it's 2025 and we are going backwards. You mean to tell me if you walk into a government contracted facility or a government facility, the owner or the person who's in charge has the right to make a colored water fountain and a white water fountain in 2025, in the big 2025. So when you are yelling out, make America great again, you are quite literally pushing a make America racist again agenda.
Did you know Trump just legalized segregation again? Let me repeat that. Federal contractors can now ban black folks from bathrooms, restaurants, and jobs using your tax dollars. This isn't a history reboot. It's Project 2025's MAGA playbook, deleting civil rights. But here's their fatal flaw. Black America controls $1.6 trillion in spending power. We buy Jordans, iPhones, SUVs, yet fund businesses cozy with this Jim Crow 2.0. Target lost $15 billion fighting LGBTQ plus hate. Imagine draining every dime from these segregation enablers. Document every white's preferred job post, every racist policy, and flood TikTok with geotags and CEO at handles. White allies, this isn't our fight alone. Your schools, hospitals, and voting booths are next. Corporate America wants segregation.
Stop. Nope. We too slick for this. Fam, nothing they doing can stop us right now. This is why they don't want us live right now with 1,000+ people in the chat, because we sitting down breaking down all they 1,000 lies. This is why they don't want us having panels and discussions. This is why they always want to sit on all the demo ops and all the tethers, because they know when we get to talking, and more importantly, when we get to listening, we're going to see through all the bull. And that's what we're doing right here. So you seen the first guy inciting violence. Then you seen the questionable hairline guy talking about everybody. Notice this guy start talking about the W allies and voting. He started off saying black, segregation, black. And notice, fam, how they think they slick. They keep bringing up black folks and like we ain't gonna catch it. Because today, black folks, and Wednesday, black folks, and on the computer, black folks, segregation, black people, 1965, Negroes. You see what they doing, y'all? They think they slick. And then he immediately pivots and starts talking about the W allies that don't exist. All right, let me tell you something. Black and brown coalition don't exist. Pan-Africanism don't exist. And neither do W allies. None of them exist. That's all in the fantasy land for people who want to play the game. We don't play the game, we run the game. Big difference, homie. Okay? So this is what he's trying to pull here. And they're trying to litter it with black. And we know that all this segregation talk is about Skittles, Starburst. But we're going to get into that here in a second. Proceed.
Let's help them starve. They think it's 1955, but we've got screens, boycotts, and receipts. The question isn't if they'll backtrack, but how loud will be loud.
Listen how you trying to talk, fam. Listen to that. We've got screens and receipts, just like the blacks have. What's up, homie? I know you're down, Shaquita. Let's get to business, girl. Listen to this. Listen how they trying to talk. Yo. Segregation is coming. What's up, my dog? Listen to how they're trying to spice it up. They trying to throw a little hibbity bebop. He ain't on here talking about Latinos like that. Soon as they start talking about us, all of a sudden it turn into what up, dog? Then all of a sudden it turn into what's happening, Wardy? Then all of a sudden it turn into what up, son? Nah, hell no. We got receipts. Y'all don't even talk like that. Try harder.
55, but we've got screens, boycotts, and receipts. The question isn't if they'll backtrack, but how loud we'll be laughing when they beg for our cash.
Well, it's official. Segregation.
It's official. We ain't falling for none of that, homie. You better try again, but you still won't win. There they go. You see right there, y'all. That's exactly. Fam, that was what? A 3-minute video? That's a 3-minute video that I compiled, chopped it up so everybody could see all the talking points. I did it very, very meticulously so everybody could see it. Look how they was doing that. Okay, but this is consistent. This is what we're going into now, y'all. We're going into the world now where there's going to be a lot of hustles and scams. It's all about us, all right? And this is why it doesn't move us, because we're all about us. We're not scared of none of that. They're going to come up with every single thing, and every single tactic is bad. Let me just say this, fam. All of these people are anti-us until further notice. That's just how you have to approach. When you live in a system of supremacy, anti-blackness, you have to have the mind state that every single person is one of them demos until further notice. And to be honest with you, even when they prove that they may not be a super villain, they still a damn villain because they come from the villain community. All right. Would you trust somebody who whole damn family is anti you and they say, I'm the good one? There's 15 people in the family. All right. But the 14th one is the good one. No, well, his good one ass can be over there with the rest of them. That's how it's doing. And that's the way we moving. And that's the way they function. Y'all seen, how many of y'all seen the, it wasn't a speech, it was an interview. Y'all remember when Muhammad Ali was talking about all the snakes coming? And he said, should he take all the good snakes and wait for them to form a damn little circle around them and protect them from all the bad? Or should he just close the goddamn door? And we done closed the goddamn door. Should have closed the goddamn door a long time ago, but folks was too goddamn blind. But not anymore. We see through everything. You see the forest through the trees. You got to understand our exceptional ability to break things down. And it happens by us talking. So we doing for self. Shout out to Muhammad Ali, by the way, the greatest. That's what we talking about. The game has been laid out. The game has been laid out, family. We got all the people. I don't give a damn. You want to go to Muhammad Ali. You want to go to Huey P. Newton. You want to go to Dr. Claude Anderson. You want to go to brothers and sisters right here in the goddamn chat today. All the information is out there. Now it's what you going to do with it. What you going to do with knowing that these people are coming from the op standpoint? What you going to do about it? You going to continue to play the game, or you going to be scared and afraid? I don't think the scared and afraid thing has got traction in this generation because we done took over. Let me tell you something. There will always be, y'all saying, close that damn door. I see y'all. Absolutely, 100%. That door closed. And think about it, y'all. Go back to when Muhammad Ali said that. You close that door. What ain't we kind of close the door? Ain't that gatekeeping? You close the gate. So we talking about gatekeeping now. Muhammad Ali was talking about closing that door. Then we doing the same damn thing. He said close the door. He used that term. We say gatekeeping. Same thing. It's about keeping outsiders on the outside and the insiders on the inside. We're all insiders. Everybody else can stay over there, man. We cooking right now. And we almost got 1.2 thousand people in here. So we bubbling something serious. Told y'all it's going to be a special episode, special broadcast. But let me say this, y'all. There's always going to be scared black folks. Always going to be scared black folks. We got to remember, through every single thing that we've been through, there's always been scared black folks. And I'm always talking about the 4 to 5 waves of black Americans. You have the indigenous era, the foundation, when it was just us, okay? Then you have the slavery period. Then you have Reconstruction. Then you have the civil rights era. Some people could say like the Gen X era, kind of like from the 80s into the 90s, early 2000s. But then I say the reparations generation. So if you add the 90s era, the 80s, 90s era, which was prominent, okay? You had things like the Me and Man March, Tupac Shakur, all of that. But you also had the Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jacksons running around. Not anymore. Now this era and this generation is moving different. And we're not allowing people to hustle us. I don't agree with people coming around here thinking every last black person is going to be on the same page. I don't want that. I want all the scared people to show themselves, and that's exactly what they do. You find somebody who's scared, boom, leave them. Remember, y'all, there was folks back in slavery saying, what slavery? Man, master treat us good. I ain't never leaving here, okay? And then what we do? We left them behind. See, back in the old days, remember people used to say things like, not everybody can make it. You know my new thing, right? I came up with this, all right? Shout out to my brother. I always tell my brother this one. Damn, not everybody can make it. Not everybody's getting an invitation. Goddamn right. See, not everybody can make it means you got the invite, you just couldn't come. You not getting an invitation mean I don't want your ass with us no goddamn way. That's the way we move it. So all of that, man, not everybody gonna make it. Now, that sounds too friendly, diddly-windly for me. That sounds too nice. Well, you know, I invited him, man, and he just couldn't get here on time. Man, damn that. You ain't get the invite. And now the invitation ain't coming. There ain't no invitations. Soon as we see weakness in you, we see you scared, we see you shook, we see you want to be everything other than black American. Ain't no invitation coming your goddamn way. You can't have one. You can't have one. And that's how we've been ridding everybody. But there's always scared black folks out there. Oh, yeah. And family, what they're trying to do right now, they're trying to put their scaredness onto us. I'm about to show y'all. So we seen right there. This is what happened. Donald Trump comes out and he signs his little thing about segregation. What it's really about is about that starburst community going in bathrooms, typically with your young daughter. All right. We'll get to that in a minute. We all know what that is. Remember, y'all, immigration has nothing to do with black folks. It has everything to do with Julio going home. This segregation thing has nothing to do with black folks. It has everything to do with starburst coming in your bathroom. It's always something other than us that they put the face of us on it because we're the ones who make things sell. Remember that, y'all. FBA, let me tell you who we are. Foundational Black Americans are like the artists that if you get a feature from us, your album gonna sell. All right, let's go there, y'all. When you deal with a foundational Black American, you're dealing with that artist that if I get on your song and I rap 2 damn bars, you going double platinum. Everybody wants a feature from us. That's what it is. Same way they want our features in music, same way they want them in the streets. In the political world, everybody wants a feature from us because they know they rally ain't gonna sell, they protest ain't gonna sell, they march ain't gonna sell. It ain't gonna sell unless you put a foundational Black American face on it. That's been proven. So foundational Black Americans, we over here saying, nah, I'm gonna cut this album with no features and I'm not getting on nobody's song. You couldn't pay us now to go out there. You need FBA, family. We don't need you. So everybody wants to get us to cut a song on their album, to produce a track, to go on tour with them. And we saying, nope, go by your goddamn self. And that's why their albums is doing backflips. That's why their albums are going triple plastic, triple wood. They stuff going Tupperware right now, all right? Because they can't sell without us. America cannot sell without us. And they hate the fact that the people they hate the most, they need the most. We are in the best position based on that as we proceed. Check this out right here, fam. This shows you what we talking about. These folks are scared. And you always are going to have these scared black folks. Oh, yeah, they always going to be scared. I'm going to tell you that today. Let them be scared, though. Back in the old days, we'd see these scared black folks and be like, nah, man, it ain't that bad, man. I got your back, man. Don't worry about it. Now we saying, damn it, you be scared. And we know what happened to a scared N-I-G-G-A. And we know what happens to one who ain't scared. We win, they fail, and they failing right now. Watch how scared the W's got these damn shields.
This new segregation law is going to be like, this generation is so unserious, and I don't want this. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Back in the day when shit was segregated, they did not put a lot of money into black companies or black schools, black anything. Like, they was literally giving kids in school like ripped up books and shit like that, and white people was getting good books that was not missing no paper. Black people are really taking this as a good thing when it's really not a good thing. Like, segregation, that means white people can treat us any way the hell they want, which means they can treat us like how they treated our ancestors.
When haven't they treated us any way they want? You see what we talking about? I'm just so scared now because, man, Chad didn't answer the call, and I've been watching Brad Pitt, and I wish I was with Brad Pitt, but I can't get him because he don't want me, so I'm going to go scare black folks now, and they can treat us anyway. Welcome to Earth, homegirl. Welcome to the planet Earth. She's sitting here acting like getting treated bad by the dominant society is some type of new revelation to her. Oh, my God. I can't believe the way. You know that if segregation comes back, then they'll be able to be mean to us again? Can you believe they'll be mean? What world you living in? What world? Black folks think this is a good thing. This is not a good thing. Let's be real, y'all. Half of these sisters out here who are talking about they don't want segregation want a zaddy, and half of these brothers out here talking about they don't want segregation, they want them a snow bunny. Let's keep it real. They don't want to lose their access to swirling up. And the tethers don't. Because remember, when you put a tether with a swirler, you get a twirler. That's what it's all about. And this is what it is. She knows Zaddy ain't going to come around her. And same way the guy know that Karen ain't going to come around him. This is what it's about. And they scared all the way to the core. And we ain't worrying about a damn thing. Never have.
Like, segregation, that means white people can treat us any way the hell they want, which means they can treat us like how they treat our ancestors. This is America. Like, I don't understand what the fuck everyone's so hyped about the segregation thing. Like, but like, I'm really scared for like just other people in my life. I just feel like this will be super.
Stop. She just said she was scared. See, we ain't making this up. When I sit here and say that she's scared, she told you she's scared. So literally out their own mouth, they're saying, I'm scared. I'm just so damn scared. Watch. This is a grown woman talking about something. I'm just scared. I'm so scared. Why? Because the Democrats told me to be scared.
About the segregation thing, like, but like, I'm really scared for like just other people in my life. I just feel like this will be super bad.
I want Black Americans to consider a mass exodus to predominantly Black countries. Africa, Caribbean. Let's take our money. Let's take our love. Let's take our talents. And
now here comes the we need to leave, fam. You knew it was family certified. My family in here tonight, y'all. We in here deep now. You knew it was coming. You got all the swirlers scared, the tether scared. Now here come the we need to leave America. Y'all knew it was coming. What would all of this con artistry, all of this backstabbing, backdoor hustling be without somebody again trying to get us to leave? It always comes back to this. Y'all notice? It always comes back. They'll sit there and talk for 2 hours, and you know somewhere they're going to say, we need to leave. This is what it's all about. You can guarantee, bet your bottom dollar, when people are out here trying to get us scared, somebody going to pop up on cue, and they going to say, we need to move. Here she's saying, we need to leave America.
build in those countries and support the people in those countries and build up the economies there. And let's leave this burning house. Guaranteed they'll try to stop us because they love to have somebody to hate. But I say we leave. I say we leave en masse and see how they like that.
I'm all in my feelings today. So I just want to make a quick little statement here. I was born before the Civil Rights Act was signed. This is how new all of this is. And yes, this is tearing us apart inside, but we cannot get out there and protest. Black bodies can.
Who? Who? Tearing up who? Much respect to you, my sister. I promise you, I say this with the utmost respect, okay, to my elder. Who you talking about this is tearing up on the inside? What, you NSYNC? This tearing up your heart? But when you apart, you feel it too? Who, Justin Timberlake? What you talking about? Don't talk for us. No, you ain't talk for... Fam, will they quit trying to talk on behalf of black folks? I talk for all 50 million black Americans. We scared. We so damn scared, every last one of them. I did a poll last night. I called them all on the phone individually. It took me 2 hours. I called every black American, and all of us is scared. You better talk for yourself, Aunt Esther. Much respect to you. I promise you, I say this with the most respect. Now, folks younger than you, damn them. But to you, no, you're speaking for yourself. You scared. I know Al Sharpton probably got some of that perm activator on you. He done spilled some of that activator juice, and you done drank it up. But I'm telling you, on behalf of those non-scared foundational black Americans, we call them certified black society, we ain't scared of a damn thing. Speak for yourself. And by the way, what the hell is this? White friends, we need you now. If you don't get this defeated Negro stuff, fam, this ain't about segregation coming back. This is about the cowards from the civil rights era coming back. This is what it, you know, it's something when the dominant society can scare you in the 1950s and you scared all the way into the year 2025 plus. This ain't about segregation. This is about cowards. The same ones who were scared then are the same ones who are scared now, but now they got to accept that we run the yard.
Not be on the front lines out there. We need you.
What?
We need you to make your voices known or heard in relationship to what they are doing with trying to erase history, with trying to get a rise out of black people. We need you to advocate and let this administration know that what they are doing is not okay. And we need you all to get loud about this. And it's our white brothers and sisters who need to do this and need to do it quickly. What he did and what they did as far as allowing contractors to have separate facilities should cross a line. For many of you who say that you support us, we want to see it. We need to see it. This is an opportunity for us to see it. I'm hurt, I'm angry, and I apologize for my emotions coming out right now, but this is an opportunity for us to see it.
Black people, real quick, when I got on here yesterday and said that we need to get our passports and travel to other countries that have a large black population and then come back and see how we feel, I didn't know that Trump signed a segregation bill for federal facilities. So let me renege. Get your passports, go to countries that have a bunch of black people in them, and maybe don't come back. Because this is how it starts. If you know, you know. What the fuck? Have a good day.
I see Trump wants to implement segregation, where it takes us back to the Jim Crow laws, where our schools were underfunded and the kids had no heat and no plumbing in their schools, and to take us back to separate water fountains and separate bathrooms, right? And black people couldn't eat at certain restaurants. He wants to take us back then. He wants to take us back to where we didn't have, as black people, the top line jobs in the United States of America, right? Because it was all handed to white men. That's where he wants to take us back. But I have news for you, Trump. This is 2025, and we see you. We not going back.
Man, if you don't get the hell up out of here, man, hell no. Hey, he said that like he was flexing. We're not going back. And then he used Kamala Harris's slogan from her campaign. Man, get out of here. Get the hell up out of there, homeboy. He thought he ate. He thought he flexed. Fam, see, here's the thing. Never listen to these black people who are Democrats. They're not black. Okay, it's to the point now, y'all. We want to talk about some segregation up in here. Okay, black Democrats, you're not black American no more. That's the thing. We can't have all these people running around here and they act like they're our representatives, but they don't represent black Americans. They represent Democrats. That's the thing. You can't have 1,000 different people going 1,000 different ways. We certified, we right here. We don't want none of that energy. Are they scared or what? And then you seen the people come in too. Y'all seen them talking about we need to run now. We need to flee. We got to hop, skip, jump. We got to get the hell up out of here. It ain't safe for us over here. Y'all seen that? So you got the Democratic shields coming out here. They trying to use all these slogans. Never also trust somebody who associates supremacy with just the Republicans and Trump. Newsflash to the world. The dominant society on the left, the dominant society on the right, they're both supremacists. All right. See, they don't want to live in a world where they have to accept that there's two different sides of supremacy. They got to always keep a segment of W's that are good because they know they have to love W's. They just have to love them. All right. They can't accept that the mass majority are anti-black. They can't accept that. No. So they got to say, well, we got a good side. And when I want to go get the W woman, I can go to the left. When I want to get the W, I can go to the left. That's what they always try to pull. We ain't going for none of that. That dude was scared, wasn't he? So you seen the 2-1 saying flee. And then you seen the old, somebody said mammy babble. All right, she was in there mammy babble, said, we need you. Come help us. You seen the mammy babble, the fleeing. You seen the dominant society trying to invoke violence. And you see FBA, we doing this. We ain't doing nothing. See, sometimes it's good to do nothing, y'all. All right? This is what it is. Sometimes it's good to sit over here and watch all these people fall out, crash out. We ain't got nothing for them, y'all. We ain't got a damn thing for them because they never had a damn thing for us. That's what it is. So nice try. Boy, y'all lighting people up in the chat, by the way. Y'all lighting them up. But remember, y'all, all we're doing is dealing with this nowadays version of the scared Negro the same way that our ancestors were dealing with their versions of the scared Negro. Remember, y'all, there was a black person in slavery who said he didn't want to get off the plantation. That was our ancestors dealing with his generation version. Then you had the black folks during the civil rights era. They say, I ain't going to go out there. Don't y'all be rocking that damn boat. That was our ancestors in their generation. And now we're just dealing with our own. The difference is, though, the person who didn't want to leave the plantation, he had an effect on the black community, right? Okay. The person during the civil rights era that didn't want to go out there with the riders, they had an effect. All right. The ones today, oh, they're useless. They don't mean nothing. They don't move nothing. They don't cause anything. They don't get nobody to jump up and do their little tactics and their tricks. And I'm going to tell y'all like this, though. I'm going to tell y'all, remember this. And I'm going to say this super, super clear for the world to hear. Check out this declaration. For every single scared Negro, there are 10 certifieds. Used to be the other way around, all right? Used to be the other way around. It used to be for every certified, there was 10 scared Negroes. We done flip the math now. We done hit a reverse. This is why I'm telling everybody this foundational Black American generation is lethal. We something serious. We a problem. The numbers done did a whole flip-flop. It used to be for one of us, you'd have all them cowards running around. Somehow, when this generation showed up, we done took it all the way back. So for everyone you see that's scared, you got some brothers and sisters out there, and the brothers and sisters are saying this right here. So peace out to all the scared ones. Let me show y'all the way folks are really moving in this generation. It ain't about the scared ones today. It's about the riders, and all the scared ones got to get out the way. Check it.
I'm so sick of y'all and y'all fear-mongering. It is not against black and white segregation. It's against men coming in women's bathrooms. Y'all need to stop this. Shut up, liars. I'm sick of y'all. I'm blocking you.
I don't think they have learned yet. Around and find out just really has not hit them yet. They don't get it. Black farmers are doing better than white farmers in Nebraska. Why? Because y'all racist and y'all think that we get handouts and we don't, because the black people really know how to fucking do it from the ground up, and y'all was the one getting handouts and y'all ain't getting segregate this. Y'all don't even know how to cook with more than black pepper and salt, and y'all barely use that. Segregate this, because y'all the ones out here wearing bonnets. Segregate, Because y'all the one that's on this app talking about box braids came from Vikings. Segregate this. Y'all the one on here talking about they not like us. Y'all really are not like us. Segregate this. Because honestly, we did better when we was by ourselves. Y'all the one that came to everything when it was segregated. The difference is that back then, we thought we was missing out on something. Y'all know that viral meme of that man talking about, not the meme, the video of the protester from the civil rights movement talking about he sat down and ate that food and he was like, this is what the fuck was protested for? Segregate this. Y'all want us to rage so fucking bad and we don't care.
I'm so sick of y'all.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. The numbers done changed. They came looking for some black folks and the wrong ones showed up. Yeah, the wrong ones done showed up, y'all. They came looking for the scared Negroes. They done ran into the certifieds. That's what done happened. They came around here looking for the artificial. Done seen the authentic. What you gonna do now? What you gonna do? We a serious problem. Yeah, and we all across the country. All 50 states. On every single piece of concrete that you find, you're going to see a certified rider. What you going to do about that? Nothing. You see the difference. So here's the thing. They run around here and we know segregation, like our sister was saying, this whole segregation thing, Donald Trump's not bringing back segregation and all that. It's about Manny being in the bathroom with your kid. Okay, that's what it's really about. And just like the deportation thing, they try to put blackness on it. Because remember, they need us for everything because without our feature, they don't sell. So every single policy you see that they say is for black people, just know it's for somebody else. You know they lying as soon as they open their damn mouth. How do you know they lying? Because they doing this, all right? So we got that out the way. But here's the problem for them. Here's the good part for us, family. We've been on our independent time. Can we go there? We had Rally for Reparations, right? When I looked around the Rally for Reparations, all I saw were FBA. So we were soloed in. When you see all of these reparations task force all throughout the United States of America, I see my sisters holding it down. I see my brothers holding it down. I see my 70-year-olds, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20s. I even seen some teenagers holding it down. So it looked like we've been doing our own thing for the hella longest time. Look like foundational Black Americans been changing the world by our damn self for the longest time. So we're not scared of anybody not wanting to come around us. We prefer it. Because we've been getting money. We've been showing out. We've been standing on 10. And we don't need a friend to do it. We don't need a friend to stand on 10. We can do all of that by ourselves right here in our house, family. So we done been out there. My good sister Stephanie, I met you in Washington, D.C. at the Rally for Reparations. Wasn't it a bunch of us out there, sister? Was anybody out there worrying about somebody coming around? I see a bunch of people in here that I've met personally. We were out there by ourselves, okay? That's what it is. My brother Duddy, I seen you. When we was in South Carolina holding it down, when the NAACP was wilding out, it was just us. Nobody was around. So you trying to get the people who love being around their own, who love being around family. We put the F in family, and that F stand for freedom, or it can mean leave us the F alone. You decide. But either way, it come all the way back around to us doing for self. So you're not going to scare us into believing that somebody is here to help us when we only help our goddamn self. Don't be mad. See, let me tell you what it is, y'all. This is really an attempt to get us to stop. You know what I'm saying? You notice this, fam. When being FBA got cool, when us delineating and being by ourselves got cool. See, you notice you never heard none of this stuff. Segregation going back to the 1960s, right? Go way back to the 1960s. All the way until last week, okay? I'm going to spot you 1965 all the way until last week. Nobody talked about bringing segregation back. You know why they never talked about it? Because they were absolutely okay with Black folks being around everybody. See, let me tell you a little secret. The dominant society, they want Black Americans to be up underneath their armpit because they seen what that gets. That gets you what? Al Sharpton's, Jesse Jackson, and all them scared Negroes we just showed. Yeah, this ain't the old days where like, you over there, your own damn school. Let me tell you a little something. They seen what happened when we had our own stuff. All right. They seen what happened when we build our own. They don't want to go down that again. They'd much rather have black folks sitting underneath them and abiding by what they tell them because they can control them. Why you think they love tethers? Fam, you mean to tell me in the country with open borders where they're flying people over from Africa every day, they want to have segregation? No, they want black people around them, just black people that they can control. So the reason why now they're trying to bring up segregation, that's reverse psychology. That's trying to get us to fight for the right to be underneath them. They want us to say, no, notice, fam, when we delineate, they bring up segregation. Delineation is why they're bringing up segregation. They want you to not delineate and fight for the right to not be segregated. You see what I'm saying here? I hope you are picking up what I'm putting down because we cooking. They want us to say, you know what? This delineation thing, we don't want to be by ourselves. We want to go fight for segregation. Yeah, I want to fight to be next to them. Okay, I want to be on their side. I want to go hang out with all of them. Okay, they don't want us being independent. You mean to tell me it's a coincidence and it's an accident? The same exact time that we started to say we're going to be by ourselves, now they want to say, come back over here and be our friends again? No. It don't work that way in the system of supremacy. They're trying to get us to go and fight for the right to be next to them, go to their stores, go to their hospitals, go to their schools, because they know what we've been doing. And I said this, fam, go check my speech in Washington, D.C., the rally for reparations. I said that we are taking our kids out of school. Do you know that homeschooling has went up 90% in the black community, far more than every community? That sounds like we over here doing our own thing. You see why they want us to fight for the right to go back and be underneath their armpit now? You see, right? How many times do we talk about having black nurses, black doctors? You've seen all the statistics that have come out, okay, about us going to those areas and us wanting to be seen by this, right? Okay. What about how you talk about school? And the statistics show that our kids who are taught by our people, those kids have better numbers. You got something called the preschool to prison pipeline. And that is a direct result of being up underneath those people. So when we pull our kids out of school and we stay at home, guess what? Now they want us to come back. This is all coming about because foundational black Americans have separated. They say segregation, I say separation. And you know how it go. If you get separation, regulation, you get reparations. All the way from going to school to our reparations claim is FBA first, FBA only. And now they want us to come back. Don't believe for 1 second the dominant society wants us to be by ourselves. Because if that was the case, they'd be trying to get us to fight for the right to sit next to them for the last 50 years. There's no coincidence. They only brought that up now in the generation that said, y'all know what? Y'all go over there. We gonna do this right here. You see what they be trying to pull, and you see how they can't pull it because they see how certified we are. We run it. Yes, the hell we do. And family, it would not be that unless we start talking about some of these damn tethers. Okay, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. They can try to hustle us all they want to. We are building our own schools. Family, by the way, young black kids, young black people who are getting into business, there is a wherewithal of black people who are entrepreneurs. I know for a fact, I go down the neighborhood, I see little black kids out there and they selling everything, lemonade stands, all that stuff, right? They're not running to the dominant society. Fam, the days of running to the dominant society for a handout, a shakedown, or to be friends, we've seen what that's about. So all the Democratic shields, they may be scared, but newsflash, certified FBA, we've been going to our own schools. We've been on our own business. We've been keeping things in-house. So all of this ain't nothing new to us. We've been on it. You can call it segregation. I call it independent. We've been independent. You may be the black person who wants to be a Republican, the black person who wants to be a Democrat. You can be the black person who wants to be with this, that, and the other religious group. See, the problem isn't a shortage of black people. It's a shortage of black people who are black first. It's always black people who want to be associated with everything. Everyone says we need our own black political party. We need our own black super PACs. Do you know how many black super PACs there are? But guess what? They're blacks for this, blacks for that, blacks for that. You know how we say black and? We need to also start saying blacks for. Because when I looked at super PACs, I used to think the same thing. Man, we got to get a black super PAC. Family, I found out that there's literally like 300 black super PACs, and every single one of them has blacks for. So it's blacks for liberals, blacks for conservative, blacks for red, blacks for blue, blacks for Democrats, blacks for Republican. You even got blacks for Starburst, blacks for immigration. And we're the only ones out here saying foundational black Americans for foundational black Americans. See what I'm talking about? They scared with segregation. So the S in segregation means scared, all right? And we over here independent. And that's the way to go. And if you watch right now, we are up and they falling out. Family, check this out right here. As I show y'all, it would not be a crash out unless you seen these people. Let me tell y'all what I came across today. Family, this is going to trip y'all out, but you know how I go. If it go down, it going to go down, and we going to be right here on the front line all the damn time. You know, if you start talking about segregation, the main people who going to be scared are going to be the tethers. Because what I tell everybody, I say immigration is about proximity to the dominant society. That's what immigration is really about. Do not allow any of these people to tell you that it has something to do with just showing up here. No, immigration has everything to do with flying over from your homeland to be in our homeland because you want to be up underneath zaddy. So tethers hate the term segregation because that means they won't get their meal ticket anymore. That's what they can't stand. They don't want to be out here in the world where they can't eat off of foundational black Americans. This shows you why they're absolutely terrified. And family, I'm going to show y'all as I pull this up right now, I'm going to show y'all the tethers and how these tethers are out here talking reckless, y'all. And when I say they talking reckless, and when I say they scared, when I say they trying to pull the tether hustle, family, I mean it. Because one thing they know for certain is that they can't be like FBA, and FBA knows that. There's a big difference between the certified and everybody else. And we have drawn that line in the damn sand, and they cannot run away from it. Y'all, look at this right here. Look at this. Y'all tell me, are y'all getting super? I need to go ahead and hit the damn tether alert right now. Okay. Look at this guy right here. This man says, bring back segregation, please. We don't care. Now, I'm going to let y'all be the judge of this one. And y'all tell me, is that we FBA or is that we a fleer? Because he ain't talking about.
Trying to do. They say Trump is trying to bring back segregation, like literally stepping.
This man couldn't even say segregation. Trump trying to bring back segregation. What? It sounded like he was trying to say celery and acceleration. He said acceleration. This man a damn tether. Matter of fact, hold on. I ain't even gonna wait around for it, fam. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me go ahead and get to it.
Stepping on the laws and stuff. They say they want to have white stars. Do y'all hear what Trump is trying to do? They say Trump is trying to bring back segregation, like literally stepping on the laws and stuff. They say they want to have white stars, white water fountain, white buses, but little did they, I don't know if they want us out in the street matching or something, but little did they know we don't care. We've been segregating for years. Maybe this is what we need so our black leaders can get up and create something. A black healthcare, a black school, black hospital, whatever it is that we need to have in our community. Maybe it's time. I say, please go ahead. I say, bring back segregation. It's 2025. I don't know if you really want that war or you don't, but it's up to you. If that's what you want to do, bring segregation. We don't care.
Who's we, Tether? Listen to what I'm saying. This man talking about a history that he wasn't even present for. This man's talking about a past where he was somewhere in a village in Zaire. You ain't no damn FBA, Tether man. What? You can't even say segregation. He said acceleration. He done put 15 U's and 5 L's in it. Dude, you ain't one of us. And he think we ain't gonna pick up on it? Their hairline is doing the backstroke. Okay? The Fleetman forehead is jumping over somebody's border right now. You ain't us. Listen to how thick that damn accent is. This man is just spitting Jollof all over the place, talking about some we. Ain't no damn we. That's Rejection. If you bring it, we don't care. What do you mean? We don't give damn. No, I don't care. No. This man been sitting down. He been watching FBA. He probably in the damn chat right now hiding, taking notes, seeing how we talk, and trying to talk with FBA energy. Yo, people ain't got that energy anyway. What you mean? We ain't afraid. You come from the land of afraid. Y'all afraid of the colonizer. Y'all afraid of the W. Y'all afraid of Jackie Chan. Y'all afraid of the zebra. All you do is talk that afraid stuff. Don't come over here, act like us, and all of a sudden you want to get balls. Nah, bro. You better talk that Flea talk and stay there. Hell you talking about?
We like to mind our business. You don't see that? Black people mind their business. Do y'all hear what Trump is trying to do?
Family, if this damn tether don't get the hell up out of here. Fam, what the hell is this? No, wait. Hold on. I'm not even done. Wait a minute. I can't believe I was almost about to skip that. Freeze. Pause. Wait a minute. Y'all see him talking right there, right? We don't care. Segregation. We don't care. We. Right? Okay. Watch this though. Notice how when he's talking about segregation, he's trying to talk like us, fam. He's not talking about the black Democratic shields because they're scared, just like him. He's not talking about all the vote blue no matter who's because they're scared, just like him. When he starts saying scared and we not scared, they're talking like us. Remember, y'all, any black person who's talking about pride got that from FBA. Any black person who's talking about strength got that from FBA. Because how do you know? Because we're the only prideful, strong people in here. Everybody else is afraid. They all want to make it look like they tough like us. But when you look at them, these folks are softer than carnival cotton candy. Ain't got nothing on FBA. Y'all look right here, though. Now, when he starts talking, fam, this is it. Watch this. Watch this receipt. It's coming. Notice how when he's talking about segregation, he wants to sound tough like FBA because he stole that from us. But when he starts talking about immigration, he don't say we no more, and he says he's scared.
Yo, hey, did y'all know, bro? Did y'all know Donald Trump's new deportation process has changed? It has got scarier.
See?
You understand? Donald Trump is going to the...
Wait. I thought you wasn't scared. I thought we don't give a damn. I thought we were strong. You ain't no damn FBA. Get the hell up out. And now, family, notice when he's talking about not being scared, he covering that hairline. Always watch these people who got a hairline and camouflage. Anybody running around here and they got that damn hairline all covered up, you know damn well that individual is out here trying to hide that they not of the damn lineage. So he went from we, acting like his people were a part of the civil rights era, acting like his people were a part of slavery. Now he talking about some, I'm scared. And while he's saying he's scared, he got his hairline covered up. These damn tethers are pathetic. Hell to the, what do you say, Telly Griffin? You ain't lying. Yeah, he got big forehead propaganda. Get the hell out of here. He gets scared real quick. Now he talking about taking his ass home and all that we stuff. He realized we ain't gonna stop immigration.
Yo, hey, did y'all know, bro? Did y'all know Donald Trump's new deportation process has changed? It has got scarier. You understand? Donald Trump is going to the IRS to get people personal data, like immigrant that have filed tax or getting paid, and he's getting your information, and he's gonna come knock on your door. Man, even the judge is trying to stop him. You understand? To ban, to stop him from deporting people under some type of alien act. I don't know what that is. I didn't read about that. But even the judge is trying to stop him. You know what he's doing? He's sending other people, and then when they finally deport the people, he's coming back and say it's not my fault. I didn't do it. They did it. It's crazy, man. It's getting.
You let it tether talk long enough, you gonna see the foo-foo sliding right on off. That man don't get the hell up out of here. And fam, did y'all notice something? How many of y'all, let me ask y'all a question. I'm looking at the chat. How many of y'all picked up on something that was in his back seat? I'm going to let y'all know, okay? I'm going to show y'all some real tether energy. This is why these tethers are out here lame as hell. Did y'all pick up on what he had in his back seat? How many of y'all caught it? I don't know if y'all caught it or not. We're going to find out, though. We're going to find out who caught it because I got the screenshot. How many of y'all caught it? Somebody said tether vampire. Somebody said tether Murphy. Tether Tubby. Y'all, damn. Did y'all see what he had in his back seat? That's the question I'm asking to the family. This is what I'm presenting to y'all. Did y'all see something very goddamn weird? Fam, what the hell was that? You didn't catch it? Okay. Somebody said he living in his car. Yeah, exactly. See, y'all didn't catch it. Okay. You said you sure did. Okay. All right. He living in his vehicle. It's even worse than that. I'm going to tell you right now, what I seen in his back seat, it makes living in your vehicle a good thing. He wish he was living in his vehicle after. I'm going to show y'all what he's seen. Yep. See? Okay. You seen it. Oh, see, I rock with y'all. Family, let me show y'all this. A couple people caught it. Look at this right here. What in the tether is going on in these goddamn streets? You ain't no damn we, homeboy. You an other. What the hell was a little W baby doing in this man's backseat? What the hell is it, fam? And what is that bottle? Is that baby powder? Do this man got baby powder and a baby doll in his backseat? What the hell is this? If you don't get the hell up out of here with that, y'all clowning. Yes, I'm not. I had to double back. I said, no, this can't be real. I said, this cannot be real. Hell no. No. When I went back, did the goddamn replay, I seen it. I saw it. I said, I cannot wait to put this one on air. So while this man sitting there talking about, we are the same. We don't care. We not scared. Then in the back seat, this man got a baby Bob. He got a baby Bob in the back. He got a little infant doll in the back. What the hell is going on in Tetherland? Y'all see why we don't want nothing to do with tethers? Y'all see tethers? If you're listening, you and your little W baby dolls get the hell away from FBA. We don't want none of that. Nope. This makes me proud to delineate. And if this is what he's doing in his car, what the hell he doing, family, when he back at his house, if you got one? What the hell is this man running around here with a little doll? I know I said immigration is about proximity. I guess he figured he couldn't get next to a W, so he went to Walmart and bought one in the kids section. I'll be damned if you don't get this. This man got a little rugrat in the back. He got what was the thing? He got a little Cabbage Patch Kid in the back seat. I don't know. I guess he probably thought he took it out on a date or something and bought her some fries. These tethers are lost, man. These tethers are lost. They don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know what they're doing. They out here trying to come up with whatever they can come up with to save themselves. If this ain't the creepiest thing ever to happen in Tetherland. I knew tethers was bad already. I knew tethers was pathetic. I ain't trust no damn tether. Ain't want to be around no damn tether. I see through every damn tether. But this right here, this takes the Joel off. This right here takes the damn Joel off by a mile. I don't know what. There ain't no way you can explain that. There ain't no way you can go around that. There ain't no way you can say anything about that. This is the bottom of all of tether activity. And that's saying something. So I told y'all, he said he gonna go 1-800 buy a colonizer. He done went and bought him a colonizer kid. He bought a colonizer kid. He said, you will grow up and you will colonize too. I can't get date with Karen. I get date with you. The hell up out of here. Gross. Hell to the no. But I got another tether I want to show y'all. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to bring it all the way back in, okay? But I got something I want to show y'all right here. I'm telling y'all, the tethers is crazy, fam. We in here 1.7 thousand. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. We building, we working, we shining, we grinding. Damn, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? Man, boy, you can't make this up. You can't make this man done broke the record for bummy ass tether. Now, that's saying something, fam. That is saying something. But fam, you know how these tethers, like we say, they run around here, they talk, they say all types of things. Nobody takes tethers serious, okay? Like we said, they international beggars, international scavengers, ain't done nothing, won't ever do nothing, just falling out of favor. Okay, we got that. That's the easy part. When you start looking at these tethers, fam, and you see them from a mile away, you know what I'm saying? They even out here buying little goddamn kids. Like I said before, that's what you deal with when you're dealing with a tether right there. The one right there before, this is how he was. He said he's going to get in. He said, they won't let me in. He ran and got him some cake soap. Y'all know cake soap sales done went up. Them damn cake soap sales done went through the roof. Yes. Soon as they start hearing segregation, they didn't get the whole word out, y'all. They just said seg. By the time they said seg, this man ran and he got him some cake soap. He said, maybe now they'll let me in. He said, they going to let him in now because he going to go and get him some cake soap. He said cake soap is his way to beat segregation. Because you know, they ain't got no fight in them. So they going to run and go get them some cake soap, put that on, and perhaps he can drink at the W fountain. Easy. Too damn easy. Too damn shameful. And family, that's exactly what you deal with when you're dealing with these tethers. They're very, very shameful people. You know what I'm saying? Very, very. They do a lot of things that we would never do as foundational Black Americans, right? One of the things is now, so you seen the guy talking about we. Do y'all know they got YouTube channels with tethers, and the tethers are out there doing a from the streets reporting about Black American issues, including segregation? I'm not lying. Let me show y'all this right here. Look at this, fam. This tether is out here. This man got a struggle channel. He got a fleer channel. And it's called Gist on the Street. No, let me get it right. Gist on the Streets. Okay? Y'all look at Gist on the Streets. He got 5 views and he got 4 subscribers. And he said that he's going to report on FBA news as it develops. I'm not lying, y'all. So you're seeing the first tether with the fisherman hat trying to hide his hairline with the goddamn little Rugrat doll in the back seat. This right here is even worse. Maybe. Kinda. Sorta. You be the judge. All tethers are created equal. But damn it, it ain't too good. Watch Gist from the Street tell you how he feels about segregation.
The street. On Gist on the Street today, we're talking about segregation. And you all know that it is a trending topic right now in the United States of America. A lot of American citizens are talking about it. Some are saying that Trump administration is targeting and the DEI policies and all that of Biden. And it's quite, it's quite a lot. A lot of people are talking about it. Some people are saying that Trump is taking them back to the racist era and all that. So white and black, there've been a lot of comments. Some blacks believe that after all, they own the purchasing rights and all that, and they dominate quite a lot of sectors in America and all that. So the whites are also saying some whites are saying that that is a stupid law, that it doesn't favor the white and it's quite a lot, and the angles are different from each other. People are Gist on the Street, as you know, it's Gist on the Street. We'll bring it to you, whatever is trending, whatever is going on in the United States of America. That's our job, so leave that for us. We're going to show you some clips of different American citizens reacting, to this policy and all that. Thank you for.
He said he gonna break all the news what's going on in the streets of America. That's his job. Tether reporting.
Whatever is going on in the United States of America, that's our job, so leave that for us. We're going to show you some clips of different American citizens reacting, to this policy and all that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying tuned to Gist on the Street. It's been quite a lot of reactions from people, and I hope you enjoyed it. I would like to hear from you. What's your opinion? What do you think about these things happening and all that? Please try and drop your comments below. What's your opinion?
That man he had a little yellow thumbs up.
See that Trump just passed is causing a lot of rage in America, within American citizens, and a lot of people are talking, and this is just like the part 2 of it. And because the reactions are so much, we got to break it down for you so that you can enjoy it bit by bit and all that. And like I said to you previously, like that, this new executive order by Joy. Thank you.
What the hell is just from the street? Somebody said Bush meat in the street. He really thought he was important too. This is what's happening. But notice, fam, he was talking about how scared Americans are. And watch when Becky starts talking, he agrees with her.
They're taking everything. They're taking everything. When in history have we had a president incite this amount of fear among so much of the country? I can't recall it in my lifetime. Yeah, Dems and Republicans have never really gotten along. Obviously, they're on different sides of the aisle. But society's divided. And for the people that continue to say it's just the Democrats who hate the Republicans and they don't want to see it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of brainwashed bullshit. And it's going to take some serious shit to go down for them to open their eyes.
Stop. Y'all heard that. Again, there goes that inciting violence. Look at her face. And notice that Bush meat in the street, okay? Joe Loff on the block. Notice, fam, he's shaking his head like, I agree. You're right, Becky. Notice, fam, this is what we say. They don't understand supremacy because they're puppets of supremacy. The only people who understand supremacy on the planet Earth are foundational Black Americans. Notice she's talking that same stuff. The only way we gonna do something about it is if one of y'all do something, Black people, if y'all go out there and turn up on Trump, Black folks, family, this is what it was. Earlier, it was Brad, now it's Becky. You see this consistent theme of W's trying to incite violence and get us to go out in the streets and turn up and get violent. We refute that, okay? This is their battle. And I want y'all to notice right here, Foo from the block, he's sitting here shaking his head, agreeing. This is why we delineate, we separate from tethers. A tether cannot talk on our behalf because they're always going to fall for supremacy. They are not like us at all. Never have, never will be. Watch her set the trap and watch Foo go for it.
It's just the Democrats who hate the Republicans and they don't want to see it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of brainwashed bullshit. And it's going to take some serious shit to go down for them to open their eyes.
From your community.
And it's going to take some serious shit to go down for them to open their eyes.
Thank you for watching. As you can see, we've seen a lot of reaction from Americans, both white and black, on the current executive order signed by Donald Trump, and how it's creating a lot of chaos in the society.
No, it's not.
People are worried. The white folks are worried. Some black folks are worried.
No,
some are even celebrating. And some of them are even saying that, and now we're going to know who has the spending power. Like we all know, black folks in America spend a lot, So
there he goes talking about our money. Listen what he said, y'all. He said, Black folks are scared in America. This is what he's trying to push, y'all. And then he says, we got spending power. So now you know it wouldn't be right without a tether pocket watching. You don't speak for us, Foo. You do not speak for us, Joe Loff. You better talk about your homeland. This man got a whole channel with 3 viewers, and he's talking about our homeland and not his. Damn.
A lot of reactions and all that. So, but I would like to hear from you as well too. Please comment below. Let's hear your own comment. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? What do you think can be done, and what are the things that measures in which we can use to curb some of these excesses? And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Do like and share, and subscribe to this channel as well too. Thank you so much. Do like and share, and subscribe to this channel as well too. Thank you so much.
Watch him step off. Get the hell up out of here. Get your ass on out of here, Mr. Goddamn Foo-Foo. There you go, y'all. That's exactly what we're talking about. This man, he got a on the block reporting and stuff, talking about us. These folks got their own channels, not about their homeland, about ours. And he's sitting there agreeing with Becky. Fam, that's why every time you see a Becky spaz out and she ends up harming somebody, it's always the tether, all right? We are talking about the most tetherish behavior you've ever seen. And it always comes from where? Everybody who is non-foundational Black American. How the hell you getting whooped in your homeland by Jackie Chan? You getting whooped in your homeland by Brad Pitt, and then you coming over here and you getting whooped in your want-to-be homeland by Britney Spears. So you talking about Brad Pitt, Jackie Chan, and Britney Spears all taking turns bamboo sticking you on the back of the Fleetman forehead. Damn shame. Can't talk for us, never have. And that's what it is, y'all. Nobody can talk for certified foundational Black Americans other than certified foundational Black Americans. And we're letting the whole world know that the way we moving and the way we pushing is going to be based on whatever we say. Whatever we say goes. Whatever anybody else says really is irrelevant. And these people are all irrelevant. And they understand that they're irrelevant. That's why they don't come around us. That's why they stay away from us. And that's why we clowning them. It's got to be FBA way or nothing at all. And if it ain't FBA way, then folks are just going to have to see the door. And we're changing things up. And that's why I wanted to tell everybody, we talking about pushing real energy and changing everything. This is what we're going to do. Spring is coming up. Really, we basically are in spring. And then we're going to have, obviously, our summer. But we have to continue to make the days count, and we got to do real certified energy. And y'all know a few weeks ago, I was talking about when we get together as brothers and sisters, we've been doing all the regulating, getting everybody out the paint. The tethers are gone, the shields are gone, all that scared Negro stuff. We not scared. And the best way you let somebody know that you ain't scared, you stand on business. And the best way to stand on business is stand on business with your family. See, this is the push now, y'all. The next step is going to be manufacturing fake fear. That's one thing that we've encompassed on this episode. It's been fear tactic, fear tactic, fear tactic. All right. They're afraid that we're stronger than ever. They're afraid that we're not running. They're afraid that our children are stepping up. You understand, y'all? They've been living in this last era of scared Black people. Then we showed up. They've been living in this era where people are petrified. Then we showed up. The last remnants of the scared Negro left, and they left about 5 years ago. Now certifieds are in the building. They can't scare us. So I'm making this prediction right now. I promise y'all. There's going to be something that's going to happen, and it's going to be them saying how bad it was, how terrible it was. Y'all know, remember when Donald Trump got elected, we said they're going to start hitting the videos with all the tears and crying about the migrants. We knew they were going to do that. They tried to pull that. It didn't work. This is an emotionless foundational Black American. They beat us based on having too much emotion. We ain't got no emotion now. So the fact that we ain't got no emotion, they can't control us. An emotion person can be controlled. We got rid of the emotion in politics and we served them. They lost. We got rid of all the emotion in the streets. Black folks ain't out here begging. What they do a few weeks ago, they tried to hit us with Selma. Black folks didn't give a damn. No emotion. Then they tried to hit us with the Black Lives Matter thing in the same week. Took down their mural. Black folks didn't give a damn. Now they sending out the tethers talking about segregation, talking about they scared. Black folks don't give a damn. Everywhere you go, every corner you turn, you're seeing Black Americans are fearless. Now we're going into the era of, we've already did the intellectual. We got our political game up. Our prowess is strong. We went through it, reparations and everything. Now they're seeing that the warrior class is here. And family, I'm here to tell you, when you take the certified foundational Black American with the intellect, and then you take that certified foundational Black American who's warrior, now you really got something they ain't seen before. And we're doing it now. So watch how they're going to start trying to hit us with Trump did something violent. The Republicans. That's what it's going to be next, y'all. Because all the scare tactics, they're going to bring this back. Slavery. Think about it. Slavery, DEI, Black History Month, segregation. All of those political things aren't working. Now they're going to start trying to get into some real stuff where they're going to really try to make us scared. Remember when Trump first won? They're going to get us now. Remember when Barack Obama was president? Oh, Trayvon could be my kid now. This is what they're trying to do. And one of the stories that came out over the last few days, family, how many of y'all are familiar what went down out there in Bell Mountain out in the great state, my state of Georgia? By the way, are you in the chat, my sister Miriam? Shout out to my sister Miriam. My sister Miriam sent me something today about a sister who won some lottery tickets. Or I think she won the lottery. Shout out to you for sending that to me, beloved. And they're trying to threaten our sister. So we need to protect our sister. Now we're going to get into holding each other down and repping. How many of you guys seen this story right here? I'm going to let it play, and we're going to have a great breakdown on it, fam. Now it's time for us to hold it down.
Now, you guys, before I start this case, let me say this. This is one of the most tragic, heartbreaking cases I've ever covered. And the way the investigation is going in this case, y'all, this case is just, it's bad. So Quadir and Nazir, they are twins from Georgia. And on March 7th, they were supposed to be catching a flight to Boston. But y'all, the twins ended up missing that flight. So the family, they don't know what's going on. But 24 hours after missing that flight, a hiker ends up finding both of them deceased in the mountains in Hiawassee, Georgia. From what the family is saying, this is about 90 miles away from where they actually live. Now, y'all, get this. The investigators told the family that Quadir and Nazir, they unalived each other. So the family, they're confused. These boys have never even gotten into a fight. How did they end up 90 miles away from where they were staying? In the mountains, they've never even been in the mountains. And you're telling the family that, oh, they did this to themselves.
Inseparable. So I couldn't imagine them hurting each other because I never even seen them get into a fist fight before.
Out in the mountains, they don't hike out there. They've never even been out there. They don't know nothing about Hiawassee, Georgia.
So you telling me two 19-year-olds, they're about to turn 20 very soon. Very good kids. They're very close to each other. They're twins. They have this trip planned to Boston. They missed the flight. But 24 hours later, they're found in the mountains with GSWs, and you're saying they did it to themselves? This investigation needs to be taken over by somebody else because these twins did not do this to themselves. Cases like this is the reason why I do these videos. Because if we don't put these cases out, if we don't tell the world what's going on, these families would not have voices. Now, I'm very curious as to you guys' thoughts in this case. My heart goes out to the family, and I'm praying that you guys get some answers very soon. Now, y'all, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this case. And as always, blow this up, share this. Let's get some justice for these twins.
Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. Yes, indeed, family. Yes, indeed. That story right there, that is, in my great state, there's been a lot of things going on out here in Georgia as well as all throughout the country. Let me also give you guys a quick update as well. I'm looking at you guys in the chat, and basically nobody believes none of that. Nobody believes any of that, okay? How many of you guys got brothers and sisters? How many of y'all got brothers and sisters, okay? How many times have you ever heard a foundational Black American brother and a foundational Black American sister ever harm each other or unalive one another? That sibling rivalry stuff, that's their community, all right? They're the ones saying, my brother makes more money than me. My sister's got a better car. She's married and I'm not. We don't do that. So we already call cap on that, okay? We call cap on that. We're not standing for it. We ain't going to go for it. You understand? That's what we on, family. It's time that we really, really got to hold each other down out here. America is going through some changes, fam. America's going through an evolutionary process, one that we've been on the forefront, and little stories like that coming and going, it can't come and go. For instance, y'all know all the time, I'm sure you guys see it. I always wear this right here, Noah Bush, okay? You guys know, Forever 8. You guys always see me wearing this right here. Let me give you guys an update. You guys know that I was down there on the hate crime scene in a small town in Georgia. Let me tell y'all what happened, okay? The little young brother was drowned, okay, by two W children, okay? BS, baby supremacists. And they lied. The parents, let me tell you how cold they are. The parents actually assisted in the search for the young boy, knowing that their children did this, right? Let me give you guys an update. They lied. They found out that it was foul play. Once they found out it's foul play, those children were sentenced to like 5 years in not prison. No. They were sentenced to 5 years in a child detention center. And guess what, y'all? They got out already. 5-year sentence. They only did 10 months. And those kids who harmed our brother are walking around right now. Let them on out. Okay. They already let them out, y'all. And I told you I was going to give y'all an update on that story. All right. So, and now mind you, let a Black person do something and they be 8 years old. They will bend the law to make sure that you end up getting charged as an adult. In the state of Georgia, they did not do that. The boy was like a few months from being charged as an adult. And they said, oh, he's a kid. He's going to a detention center for youth. And then he was out 10 months. Easy. That's how they do it. Okay. Oh, by the way, the parents, nope, nothing wrong with the parents. You know what they're saying? They're saying these kids could never go back to public school. Whoa, big goddamn deal. And these stories come and go, and we can't allow that to come and go. So like I told y'all before, when I was talking about going to events and holding each other down, I've seen what it's like, family, and we got to represent to the fullest. And with that said, family, let me tell y'all something. I got my good noble warrior brother in here. I got my brother Duddy in here. This is my brother right here. One love to my good brother, certified salute, brother. My good brother, how you feeling, family?
It'll be unjust if I say I'm in good spirits, because I'm not. I'm not in good spirits. First, I want to give a shout out to you, Black Alpha. Give a shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for being here this evening. This is something that we must talk about tonight. A good thing about segregation, our people, our ancestors didn't have to worry about some of these heinous issues that are still taking place to this day in 2025. It don't matter who sits in that White House. It don't matter who sits in Congress. Those people, even the ones that look like us, will never do anything to protect us. We have to protect ourselves. I want to give another quick shout out to the brothers and sisters, the brave warriors who have collectively stood together in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, to run those W's out the paint. This is what happens when we stick together and we stand on business and we let the W's know them days is over with. The days of you touching our people, touching our children, touching our women, touching the elderly is over without any kind of retribution being done. Ask yourself this question. Why would you want to be around your enemy? Somebody that hates you to the point to where they will murder your children for no reason at all, but just for there are Black children. The twins that were murdered in those mountains were drove there. I know for a fact they were driven there. They didn't go there on their own. They were harmed, probably on the way there, and they were executed. We got to stop using that M word so loosely. They were executed. They were executed. And then mighty conveniently, 24 hours later, a hiker finds them. And then you have this other W that has the balls to take a picture and post it for the world to see. This is nothing new. When they would do these things to our ancestors back in the day, they would take pictures and make postcards out of them. They would cut up our ancestors and consume them. We have shown through the course of history, when we stand together, unified, and stand on business, that we're not taking it, we won't take it without things going down the way that they really don't want this to go down. They've talked about this race war for many years. I'm pushing 50 years old, and I've heard it my whole life. This race war, this race war, this race war. It's no race war that they really want. They don't want to take us and go mano a mano. They don't want to do that. That's why they stay in the gym. That's why they on steroids. That's why they always in the woods shooting and training. What are you doing all this training for? Y'all run everything in this country. What are you doing all the training for? They are bracing for the day that the Black man and the Black woman unite, i.e. Lincoln Heights. 6 years ago in Stone Mountain. If people could have their just saying how they feel about Grandmaster Jay, that's cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I know that man stood up that day on July 4th and led almost 3,000 brothers and sisters in Stone Mountain to make a point that if you continue to bother our people, there is a warrior class amongst us that will rise up, that will meet you head on and will address whatever problem that you have with us. I don't want to make this long-winded. Take segregation as a blessing, my brothers and sisters. That is a blessing. We have to look back through history. When our ancestors were alone amongst their own, they were thriving. The only thing that they lacked, which the great brother Tariq Nasheed put out, if nobody's seen the Hidden Color series, I suggest y'all go watch it. Some of the series are on YouTube for free. But Volume 5 speaks clearly on the defense of Black people in this country. That's the only thing our ancestors truly lacked, was a real defense force to deal with that enemy straight up. Like I said, Lincoln Heights, today's time, 2025, is showing that when we come together and we stand on business to protect one another, we run them out the paint every time. They do not want these problems with us. They don't. As much as they talk, as much as they threaten, and as much as they try to take us out one by one, they don't want the masses of us to rise up. The Black Panther Party for self-defense proved it and showed it. My thing is, I'm not a violent person, nor will I ever be just a violent person just to be violent. I'm not like them, and they're not like us. But I do believe in self-defense of yourself, of your family, and of your people. And this is the thing that a lot of us have to get through our thick skulls, that it's going to come a day where that pressure is going to knock on your door, where it's going to be your son, your daughter, your family member, your grandchild, just even maybe a close friend that's going to be at the fate of a Sonya Massey. We haven't heard nothing else about Sonya Massey or the case. About the young brother you was just speaking of, still haven't heard nothing about it. The coverage of the twins now, that's not making real national news because they don't care. They do things to us on a ritual basis. They look back in time and see where, okay, our ancestors did it to them at this day, so we're going to do it again. These people are sick, if you want to call them human beings. They are sick mentally. They have no morals. They have no soul. And their history consists of going around this planet and colonizing and conquering people by force. They try to use that religion foolishness. And when that doesn't work, then they turn to violence. We have to understand you can only be non-violent with non-violent beings. You cannot be non-violent with violent beings. We will always be at the end of the losing. We will always be at the end of a hashtag. We will always be at the end of continuously losing generations to come. This is just another episode in a story that we must write the ending to as foundational Black Americans. We must write our own ending. Our story and our history cannot be told by these W's anymore. This is sickening to know that two 19-year-old young men are really babies. At 19, that's a baby. My children are older than that. Babies never will have a chance to graduate from college if they chose to. I hear that they was talking about starting their own business. That will never happen now. And the hurt and pain that they've caused another Black family cannot go without retribution now. I'm asking for all brothers. I love our sisters, but that's not their particular role. If they want to assist, fine. Brothers like you, Black Alpha, Tariq Nasheed, Marcel Dixon, Afro Elite, Brother Islam, Sister Vicky Dilla, and the many others that I may have missed, and forgive me for missing their names. We need you guys to keep doing what you're doing. You guys don't need to be on the front line as far as the warrior class. We have warriors in this chat right now. And my call to you is, my brothers, we have got to stand up. We have got to stand tall, understand who we are. We're not cowards. We're not fleers. We deal with stuff head on, and we must address this issue now. Because if we don't make it known that from this moment forward, putting your hands on our people, whether they're babies or whether they're the elderly, whether they are women or whether they are other brothers. If we don't make it clear now that you continue to do this, the same fate your people can meet. And like I said, I'm far from a violent person, but I get the psyche. You cannot pray your way out of this. I had a debate with a sister Sunday morning. She wanted to keep throwing the Bible, throwing the Bible, throwing the Bible. Well, let's just pray. Let's just pray. How long have our ancestors been praying? Waiting for this fictitious God to come out the sky and save us. If that was the case, slavery would have never happened. And I'm not saying that there's no God. There is something greater than all of us. But also we have to understand that there is something greater than us, but he never made us to be under and be oppressed by another group of people. He didn't design it that way. These demons decided to take laws into their own hand and cause and create a system to oppress a particular group of people that they know were great people. We come from greatness. We don't operate on a low vibrational energy. We are high energy people. We are very loving and caring people. And they take that as a weakness, I guess, and feel like they could corner us. Our dear young good brother, Javion McGee, 21 years old, found hung in North Carolina about 4 months ago now. We still don't hear nothing about that. When is enough going to be enough for our people? Black men, my brothers, when is enough going to be enough before we rise up and stick together and build a force that when they come for us, we will deal with it? And if it means they have the same fate, then so be it. We are not shit starters, but we need to be the deal closers when it comes to them harming and assassinating our people. They are executing us every day. That gets no coverage. We find our stuff because of good brothers like Black Alpha that risk their freedom, their lives to report this stuff to us. We have to get behind good brothers like him, good sisters. Share a story real quick. The night of Tariq's premiere of Microphone Check. Had a good time. Me and Alpha greeted each other again. We was in separate seats. After it was over, something told me to just stick around. Something just didn't feel right. I look over, there it is Alpha and Queen Alpha, and somebody that looks like us wanted to engage in a physical altercation with Alpha. So I made my way over there and I pulled Alpha, let's go, bro. You ain't got time for that. And I made it clear, and I'm making it clear tonight for you little sellouts, you little race traders. This man here is off limits. He's off limits. I'm telling you that now. I'm not the only brother that has his back. Nobody will do any harm to this man without it going unpunished. I can guarantee that. So I'm letting you know now, those little DMs you keep sending him, these emails you keep sending him, same thing y'all sending to Tariq Nasheed, y'all keep threatening our brothers, it will be addressed because I'm telling you, he's got real brothers on his team that will address you. He will never have to get his hands dirty because he's doing too much great work to worry about that. I got his back. And if it means I have to lay it down to protect him, I will do just that. I love my people from the soul. I wear it proudly. I wear it proudly because I want it to be known. I'm not going to bother nobody. But one thing I'm not going to do is stand by and watch my people continuously be taken out for no good reason at all, other than that we wear this beautiful brown skin. Alpha, I love you, my brother. I love all the other good brothers and sisters. I love all of you that's in this chat. And I know I could be long-winded sometimes. It's only because of the passion and love I share for my people. I know we're not bad people. We're not evil-spirited people. We have a forgiving, turn the other cheek heart, but them days have got to come to an end. We only give it to those people who have earned that from us. Period. But we have to get some kind of way. We need to make our way to Hiwassee, Georgia. It don't have to be 1,000 of us, but we need to man up and get up there and see what's going on and let these folks know, nah, this ain't going down. We know it's foul play. We know who did what to who because one of their little dummies took a photo. So we know he's involved in it. And mind you, he's at his home right now because the news went to his house. He went to the door. He just didn't open it. So he's home. He's walking free. Nobody's going to take a picture of something that sick and post it if they're not involved in it. We have to wake up, my people. We have to wake up. Segregation is a blessing. It's not a curse. We had no business being around our enemies, no way. And I don't want to knock the whole civil rights generation because there were strong brothers and sisters in the fight. And I would never disrespect Martin Luther King Jr. He stood up and felt the way that he saw things was the best way to go at that time. And towards the end of his ending, he realized maybe that wasn't the greatest way to go about it. Like I said, I'm not violent. I don't believe in violence. I do believe in self-defense, especially when you're not bothering someone, when you're not bothering a group of people because they look different from you or because they share some different ideas. I don't believe in that. But when somebody comes to harm you for no good reason at all, and you know you haven't done nothing to them, you have a God-given right to drop that person where they stand. You have a God-given right to stop them. You have a God-given right, my people. You have a God-given right. Start manifesting that tonight. Start getting it through your soul that you have a right to live free and live free of oppression, to live free and have a true liberation of freedom to move around how you want to. This land is ours because it belonged to our ancestors way before they called it the United States, way before they carved it and divided up and made states out of it. This was an open land that our people had in their possession. They took care of it. There was peace and balance even in the animal kingdom when our people was in charge. In the day that we came in contact with these W's was a forever changing day that has caused our people pain and suffering decade after decade after decade, and it must come to an end. Like I said, shout out to those brave souls in Lincoln Heights for standing on business, for running them W's out the paint. Thank you to the brothers and sisters that stood with me marching in Stone Mountain. Like I said, we don't always have to agree on every single topic, but when it comes to the safety, the longevity of our people, we must unite and we must show a sign of force that we're not going to take it. Cowards die every day. Real warriors and soldiers can only die once. And if it means some of us have to sacrifice for the betterment of the masses of our people and to make sure that we lay it on the line to stop them from harming us, then it is what it is. I've been to combat. I know what death looks like. I know what blood smells like. I got banged up a little bit, but I'm here. So I'm going to take that training and I'm going to help my people understand how to defend themselves, how to legally, by the law, defend themselves. I posted something on X today about self-defense in the state of Georgia. You don't have to retreat. If you can articulate why you had to stop somebody and stop the threat, you are legally covered under their law. So they could try to flip whatever they want to. We unitedly can put a stop to the hurt, harm, and execution of our people as of now, as long as we band together. Alpha, I love you, my brother. Thank you again for this opportunity to speak to our brothers and sisters and to let them know that you don't always have to be on Front Street. You can work behind the scenes. I love being behind the scenes, but sometimes the ones that work behind the scenes have to come forward to the masses of our people and let them know you don't have no reason to be afraid. This W is the weakest one on the planet, is why they have to resort to using weapons, is why they have to resort to using oppression, is why they have to resort to do all the heinous stuff they do, because they know strip all that away and let it be mano a mano, they will lose 10 out of 10. I guarantee that. Like I said, I don't want to preach hate, but I do preach self-defense. I don't want to preach violence, but I do preach self-defense for our people. We have a right to live. We have a right to grow old with our families. We have a right to be married, start a business, watch our children grow, watch our grandchildren grow. We have that right. And it's high time that we stop allowing this W to put their hands on us in means of harming or taking us out for no good reason at all, but because they can't be us. They can't be the greatness of the black man and the black woman. They could never be great like us. That's another reason why they take us out. They don't have a history of doing anything positive in the world. Everything they've done has been of some kind of consequence of taking somebody else out, mainly us. We can't worry about what's going on in Africa. We can't worry about what's going on around the world. We got our own issues right here in America right now, where they are assassinating our people left and right on a daily basis. I'm tired of seeing our people being strange fruit. I posted that today on X. Them days of us being strange fruit is over without the person who planted the tree being destroyed. I landed there, my brother. I love you. You know I got your back. You know we've had our own private talks, and you know I will not let nothing come to you, because every time you sent me something, you know I've checked those people that keep coming at you. And I'm going to say it one more time. This man here, this good brother here is off limits. You better go find somebody else to play with. That same energy you want to come at your own people, why don't you take some of that same energy and go at the real enemy? You won't do that because you're a fucking coward. But one thing you won't do is continue to bother this brother here. He has nothing to worry about. Because if I got to get to him to make sure he's good every time he steps out, then so be it. I mean that from the heart. This man here is off limits. Leave him alone. Your only warning you get, you fucking sellouts, you fucking coons, and you fucking race traders. Leave him alone. You would not be warned again. The next time you come at him, you may get a surprise. And I'm going to leave it there. Alpha, I love you, my brother. I love you, chat. I love you, family. Like I said, we must stand up and rise up together. Not to start no shit, but we have to stand together to put a stop to these people harming our people on a daily basis. We got to put a stop to it. And another thing before I go, we must take our money out this economy. We must sacrifice some things and take our money out this economy. Since we're not fully unified yet to really deal with this enemy, we take our money out the economy. We stop spending the money because we are the consumer, the number one consumer in this country. And if we take our money out the economy, we'll shut it down. And then that W will have no choice but to sit at the table with us and meet our demands. You're going to cut the check. You're going to pay what you owe. You're going to pay what you owe. And you have really until December 31st of this year at midnight to cut our check this year. It's not going to be good for you if you choose to keep fighting and resisting, to keep saying, oh, it was a long time ago. No white people alive are responsible for it. Yes, the hell y'all are, because y'all living a good damn life because of slavery, because of all the heinous things you did, because of Jim Crow, because of the unequal housing market. So I suggest y'all pay up because you're not going to like what comes in 2026. The ancestors are rising up every day and they're instilling in us, the warrior class, to stand up. What are you afraid of? They laid it on the line for us to be able to stand up. They went through the real war of standing up and getting their asses handed to them and laying their life on the line so we could stand up one day and defend their honor. We look like a bunch of cowards to the world that we're not even fighting on behalf of what was done to our ancestors. Stand up, my people. Stand up. Rise up. Band together. We ain't got to start nothing, but we damn sure better start closing the deal on a lot of this shit that keeps going on with our people. Those lives will not go in vain. The twins, and if the family is somehow in here watching, just know we got your back. And there's going to be a move made in Hiwassee, Georgia, sooner or later. We will show up. And we ain't showing up there in no fucking protest. We're showing up to let them know. If this is what y'all want, let's get this shit started. Let's get it cracking. Because I promise you, it's going to be a quick fight. They don't want them real problems with us. They don't. And I'm not going to blanketly say every W, but it's the vast majority of them. Because every time something happens, where do you hear the outrage of W's about their own people still doing the heinous shit to our people? You don't hear it. So for all I can say is you're complicit and you're cool with what your people still do to my people. But I'm telling you now, it's a new fucking day. It's a new fucking day. Because we're going to start hearing some stories of, oh, a W tried to attack a black person and they met their fucking fate because that black person used self-defense. Alpha, I love you, my brother.
Much respect,
Peace
brother.
to you. Nah, much respect to you, bro. This is nothing that you got to thank me for. This is the shit we supposed to be doing as black men, especially as the elders. We're supposed to be loving on the youth. We're supposed to be showing the youth the right way to go about this. And them clown ass goddamn wannabe rappers or entertainers, as you see, their fate is starting to be met for all the heinous shit that they've done against their own people. They're starting to be knocked out the paint too. I appreciate that much too, because now there's one less thing we have to worry about. Any of them causing more harm to their own people. We have to clear the paint of all of them, even the ones that look like us. If they're in the way, they got to go. We not taking this shit no more. Not taking it from nobody. So Alpha, I love you, my brother. I love you, chat. Like I said, we got to make a move because if we don't, I promise you, this summer's going to be bad. They going to really have the balls to damn do some real harm to us for the world to watch again because of their boy that's in the White House. He's emboldening them again to stand up and do harm to us without facing any retribution. But I can promise you now, it won't happen no more. We will not keep taking L's without our enemy taking L's. I landed there, Alpha. I love you, my brother. We're going to talk like we always do. And just know I got your back. I promised you that night. I promised you that, you and Marcel, that in South Carolina, that I had your backs, and I got your backs now.
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, stay
I
good.
appreciate you, my brother.
Shout out to the family too, fam. And the Corso. Salute, family.
Out.
Woo, buddy. Where we go. That's my good brother right there, family. I'm going to show y'all where to follow him at on Twitter. That's my brother. That's a warrior brother, family. When we was out in South Carolina, and I'm telling y'all now, when we was out there in South Carolina, they had them people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about some Democrats, okay? And I'm not talking about the NAACP neither. They had them people out there. Yeah, they was out there heavy. You know what I'm saying? And the brothers was out there holding it down. I'm looking at the chat, boy. The chat was loving it. My brother brought that fire. Straight up. That's my good fam right there. You know what I'm saying? And for everybody to know, in this movement, okay, in this field, brothers, like I can speak for myself, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure I can speak for some of the other brothers out there. I see what it's like to be what Malcolm and them brothers was dealing with, and what Huey Newton and them brothers was dealing with, and what Tupac was dealing with. Trust me, we live with people lurking every day. Y'all know the great Dr. Short, right? Y'all know the great Dr. Short. Dr. Short told me one time on the phone, he said, being famous sucks, don't it? I said, why is that, good brother? He says, because everybody sees you, but you can't see them. Let me tell y'all something. You got your little bums and you got tethers. I had a tether, okay, just last week. I had a tether hit me up. I ain't going to say what the tether was saying, but let's just know the tether was talking about, I'm going to find out the hard way. And family, every day, it's tethers, it's dominant society, it's sellouts. It's when you go out. When I went to go see Kamala Harris, fam, I had people telling me, you gonna leave and this just for talking about Kamala. They was like, don't come back here. We gonna do this and that to you, fam. We live with these type of jackals every single day. All right. You hear when you listen to my good brother Tariq, you hear the spaces, fam. You hear people doing this. You hear people, chirping, losers. You dig? So that's what always happened. We was in South Carolina. My good brother was right there with me and Marcel. Let me tell y'all, they had some people there that don't nobody know who they were. Don't nobody know who they were. We don't know. We still don't know who these individuals were. I could tell some stories, family. I could tell you about people trying to get you to have a drink. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody know who this individual is. It get real deep, fam. So I realize I understand what it's like to now be living with some of our people from the past. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I listen to like our good brother, Dr. Randy Short. He'll talk to me for a long time. I'll talk to my brother Duddy right there. You know what I'm saying? I listen to them because I'm be honest with you. I got to cool out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a wild boy. You dig? So I had to understand that I have a responsibility now. 2-3 years ago, you know what I'm saying? It's on like Ray Poupon and we lighten them up. Now I understand that I got people that look up to me. I got, children out there that I got to kind of teach, and I'm hugging grandmas now, so I can't move the way I move, you know what I'm saying? But we can get it popping anytime, you understand? So when you're moving like that, you got to understand you got a real responsibility. Same thing with Tupac said. When Tupac said that he was just Pac and he was just a regular guy, wild boy. When he had responsibility. How many of y'all seen the movie was kind of in, but the Tupac movie? Y'all remember when Pac got into it at that park? Okay, and then people was busting and that little kid got hit, and then you see the look on Pac's face like, damn, what the hell done happened? That's the type of thing that you go through. You got to, with great black power comes great black responsibility. That's something that I had to learn, you know what I'm saying? Because me from a few years ago, you know what I'm saying? OG status, boy, we lighten them up, laying them down. But however, what we do now, I'm telling you, tethers come every day. Trust me, y'all. Tethers come every day. I got tethers left and right. I'm telling you, tethers writing me. All this, listen, when you represent FBA and you putting it down for the FBA family, everything people feel about FBA, they got about 5 or 6 people that they put their aggression on. They can't get to the average individual, but they come towards people like us. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you about some of my people in the black media, and we have conversations of what we talk about, and it's always about having to be on your deck. And now I know what it's like to be a black revolutionary. I see now what Huey went through. I see what Fred Hampton went through. I see what Tupac. I see what Bobby Seale. I see what Malcolm. I see now. You know, I remember I used to be a young folk wanting to be a pillar in the community. Now, let me tell you, being a pillar in the community, I understand what it come with. And any type of qualm people got. My brother Gene, matter of fact, I see Gene right here, right now. I want all y'all to shout out Gene. Gene was security for me out in Washington, D.C. And I told Gene, I'll never forget you, Gene. I got your back forever, brother. You know, my brother Duddy that was just on here, he held me down in Carolina and Atlanta. This man held me down everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's talking about, a warrior class and us really holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. But, you know, I had people come up to me and they be riders, man. They be like, listen, man, I'm Great Street, Cali. You move, we move. You feel me? I got people all over. So the love is real and I feel the love and feel the passion. But that's why we got to, you know what I'm saying, be like an army. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Gene. Gene wouldn't let me go nowhere. I'm saying, I moved. I was going to go get a drink. Gene like, Alpha, sit still. Y'all know I got a lot of energy. I be doing all this, right? I be everywhere. Gene was like, brother, sit still. Okay. And if you about to go somewhere, holler at me. Let me know. There was another brother. I think his name was Arthur. I ain't seen him since. I couldn't remember his name, but he followed me everywhere I went. Let me tell y'all, Tariq had us held down real good. Security was strong. Brother was holding me down. Like I said, my man Duddy held me down in all different places. You know what I'm saying? So the love is real, man. That's my good brother, man. So salute to everybody who hold it down the real way. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Alpha up, you know what I'm saying? And all the little haters that be hating on me, you know what I'm saying? Keep on watching. I'm going to keep stepping on you too, because I'm the man. Checkmate. All right. So Don't hate me because I'm a mega star, family, and you ugly. Don't hate. This how we doing it, family. So yeah, let me tell y'all, shining is success that beats somebody without balling up your fist. All right. And I'm beating them and I ain't balled up my fist. And they don't want me to. Checkmate. All right. So checkmate. Shout out to my brother Duddy, fan. That's my good brother. I'm going to show y'all right now. I'm going to pull up something that he put up on X earlier. And I want y'all to go follow him right now while we here, man. That's my good brother. Shout out to you, family. That's my bro right there, fam, all day. So what we want, man, everybody has my email account, and we spoke about this before. If I can get some of the brothers to pull through and we can just communicate and we can just talk, I'm not going to get too much into it, you know what I'm saying? Because folks, you know, they get, you know, on social media, y'all see all them rappers, like my brother just pointed out, all them rappers out there wilding out. Y'all see what's going on with them rappers. Let me tell y'all, I tell my brother all the time, I said, there's a lot of black people that don't like black people. Y'all know that, family. A lot of these people who run around here and they talk all that stuff about blackness, they don't really like black people. You know what I mean? Or their competition with other black people is more than their love for black people. A lot of them folks who you see running around talking about black American, they'll say black American and delineating on Monday, and then on Tuesday they plantation banging. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very cautious. To love black people means to love black people 24/7, 365. You got to love black people all the way across the board. You can't be these people. You got to love black people. You know what I'm saying? You got to love black people more than your hatred. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of hate and jealousy. I've seen it, fam. There's so many jealous people and they hate you for no reason. No reason. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not always folks who run around here. It's a lot of folks who claim to be pro-black and they don't like black people. Because y'all got to know, the same way the Tethers love black Americans, there's a lot of black folks who love being the coolest black person in the room, but they don't love black people. You know, that's like loving your family, but you hate your family. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy is strong. Y'all hear my brother Tariq? My brother Tariq be sitting there talking about good stuff, and somebody pop in hating on him for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And then you got all the little people, you know what I'm saying? Crash outs. They crash outs. And a lot of crash outs be the main ones running around here throwing up the black power fist. I love black people. Y'all love black people. We out here. We ain't plantation banging. My hood more gangster than your hood. You don't come down here with that stuff now. I don't have that energy for black people. A lot of people got that energy, and that's what we moving. So when we talk about, and that's why I wanted to bring my brother Duddy on. So if I salute to my brother, man, that brother's so much fire. Straight up, to the point, real good energy. Y'all notice how my brother speaks so clear. He's got so much power and is direct and is speaking to you. You understand? That's the type of energy that we all have. And as we segregate, sometimes you got to get away from a lot of those people. Yes, FBA, Ben love, we love each other. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. These people don't really love black people like that. So there's a lot of little haters and stuff out there. And, you know, they always going to hate, you know what I'm saying? Tethers, especially, you name them, fam. You got, like my brother said, you got the sellouts, you got the tethers, you got the dominant society. Won't do nothing to the dominant society. How many of y'all been seeing all that stuff going on out there in California? With Big U and all them folk. I ain't gonna get all into it, but I just want y'all to notice they got all this stuff. How many of y'all been seeing that? All this stuff about checking in, right? How come Taylor Swift don't got to come check in when she go to California? Can we go there? How come Taylor Swift don't got to check in? How come it's always black people who got to check in when they come to these places? California got a whole gang of W's out there. How come none of them got to check in? That's my $1 million question I got to ask to everybody. How come none of them have to check in? It's always got to be black people that got to check in. So a brother got to check in. You know, you out there exploiting brothers and stuff and extorting them. How come you ain't doing that with all the? I ain't heard one story about a pop star getting exploited like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what's going on out there in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? The situation. Y'all see what's going on in Dallas with all these rappers and stuff, fam. You got the dominant society. Look at our two brothers that we just talked about right now. Where the energy for that at? Because a lot of black folks don't like black folks, but they claim they pro-black. You know what I'm saying? So this is the difference between us and them. And remember, y'all, it's always been that way. Y'all know how people say Dr. Martin Luther King, when he got a little older, he had to, you know, he rode around with some of them things on him. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you something nobody like to talk about. Dr. Martin Luther King, he rode around with some of them things on him. You know, the Deacons of Defense, and it wasn't just for W's. I'm just going to say it like that. It wasn't just for W's. Because a lot of people don't know. The same way you got people saying, man, I don't like Alpha. Man, Alpha think he better than us. Blah, 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 blah. I don't like Tariq. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? You had folks saying they didn't want Martin Luther King coming to their hood. Yeah, it's hard for us to imagine that. Okay. But you had a lot of folks back then that were saying Martin Luther King better not come to my block. Same with Tupac. You know, Tupac better not come around here. And then the W walk right by you. You know what I'm saying? I was down. I ain't gonna say what city I was in. I was down in a certain city in the South, and I'm in the projects where folks is out there harming each other left and right. And I see a W show up with all these supremacist tattoos, and he walking like this. Ain't nobody say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about different energy, family. It's all about standing on business. So you see what's going on with these people out there. We are separating from a lot of that energy, so it all ties back in, man. So I send a certified salute to all of you guys, you know what I'm saying? And we out here riding. And let me just tell y'all, people out there hating on FBA, keep on hating on FBA. People out there hating on certified black society, keep hating on certified black society. You keep threatening certified black society. We ain't worried about none of that. And if you're hating on Black Alpha, homeboy, you better go get a refund because I'm running the game. Check this out, y'all. One more time. Let me show y'all the type of stuff that we out here putting down in these streets. Certified all day long, baby. I love y'all with a passion. It's all about love. It ain't nothing wrong with loving your brother and loving your sister, family. It ain't nothing wrong with loving your brother and loving your sister. No, 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 no. We got to love each other, fam. Because ain't nobody going to do it for us, fam. And we don't want them to. You feel me? So let's continue to do what we out here doing. Here we go. Check this out. This is one of my brother. Y'all make sure y'all follow my brother. Here we go. I wanted to show y'all this. Check this out. Right. Boom. There they go. Y'all check this out right here. This is what my good brother posted right here. I want y'all to follow him. I'm going to give y'all his title right here. He said, big salute to our FBA brothers and sisters in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, that stood up and united and put the stop to all of these people out here. You know what I'm saying? This has got to be the move from now on. F the you know who. Okay, we got this. Also, thanks for everybody who's not out here being a coward. You know what I'm saying? That's what we on, family. We riding together. We shining together. We holding it down forever. All right. So y'all make sure y'all follow my brother right here. This is my brother Duddy right here. Let me show y'all his handle. Y'all make sure y'all follow him right here. There it is. There it go. All right. All right. Bumpy Ace BXNY. Shout out to New York. There they go, family. Y'all make sure if you on Twitter, you make sure you follow my good brother, Good Energy, certified all the time. A real stand-up brother, fam. Real stand-up brother, fam. I've been out there in South Carolina, man, where the Secret Service was out there hating on us, man, and the brother was holding me down. So I wanted to bring my brother on here so y'all can see him. A lot of y'all remember when he was on the show before, you know what I'm saying, when we was chopping it up. So y'all see Black Alpha Net W1, right? Y'all got it. All my brothers who want to ride and just want to hold things down or just communicate so we can have a healthy discussion amongst ourselves, hit me up, family, and we'll get to the point where we chop it up and we can just go ahead and coordinate as good brothers and stuff do, as you know what we supposed to do, man. You my brother, I'm your brother. So we can watch after our children, we can watch after our women, and they'll be out there holding it down and watching our blind spots and getting it right, but us brothers gonna ride, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it has to be done, because this is where we're moving. There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of discussion, all right? But it don't mean nothing, fam. We could talk about delineation, we could talk about reparations all damn day long, but the warriors got to be the warriors. So y'all make sure y'all hit me up, Black Alpha Net. We'll just coordinate. We'll get something where we talk, we chop it up, and we ride all the way through. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to get together for the people. Y'all know one thing about Black Alpha Network. You got a lot of people who just turn on YouTube and they talk, right? They're what they call social media activists. Okay, I'm the #1 activist, all right? Which means we do this everywhere. And with me, there's always that realism that it's going to be out in the concrete, all right? And I'm just going to report what I did on the concrete right here to the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to that hate crime scene, and I'm gonna go to the other hate crime scene, and I'm gonna go to that rally, and then I'm gonna go out there to these events left and right. But it's all about us getting together, holding it down one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, buy black, everything. That's what we can do. So we can coordinate, fam. So the warriors get together. We can intellectually put our minds together. You know what I'm saying? They say 2 heads is better than 1. I say we get a whole army of it, and we can just all communicate in a real think tank. You know what I'm saying? So brothers and sisters can galvanize. And that's really what I want to do, fam, because we all come up in that world where we hold each other down. And we can hold each other down, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one, brothers and sisters. So shout out to y'all, certified salute, man. We got more to cook right here on the Black Alpha Network. We got more to cook. So I want to send a shout out to my brother Duddy. Much respect, man. That's my good brother. I want to send a shout out to my brother Gene. Appreciate you holding me down. Much love and respect. Just all the way across the board, man. The whole family. I want to send a shout out to all of y'all because we doing something. I was literally just saying the other day, family, I was just telling my wife, I said, listen, man, we are out here and there's something different. There's something different. I can't equate it to anything. Like I was saying a couple weeks ago, only thing I can equate it to, how many of y'all remember when DMX first came out? Remember when Puffy and Mace was doing this, right? And everybody's wearing the shiny suits. You remember when DMX came and he started really representing like the average person? That's what separates all of us, y'all. It's kind of different. We got like a real people's movement going on right now. The Black Alpha Network is hot, man. They better get stock in it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? When I say the Black Alpha Network, you know I'm talking about all of us. I'm talking about certified Black society. Everybody's out there doing their thing. We got a lot of FBA riders. I feel y'all, but y'all know, ain't it different right here? It's different. It's different. Look at the numbers, fam. Look at the energy. Family time. Brothers and sisters, we be crying in here. We be laughing. We get serious. We just roasting Tethers, laughing. And next thing you know, we showing about the brothers that happened up there. And we all, it's just different here. It's fam. I feel like we growing something that this is out of my hands right now. You know what I'm saying? This is out of my hands. This is the movement. And we got a real movement that's coming from the concrete of brothers and sisters who love each other. You know, not no wild degeneracy. It's just different here. I got people who subscribe and they write me and say, bro, I just found your channel. I got in there and it feel like family. Y'all do this every week? I'm like, we do this every week. They be like, I'll be damned. Y'all know I be out here. I show my grandmother. I show my family's pictures on here. You know what I'm saying? I show my grandmother's pictures, my great-grandma. I show all 3. Grandma, great-grandma, great-great-grandma. You know what I'm saying? I show the pictures. I'm going to show my baby picture. I'll show my baby picture today. I'll show the baby picture today before the episode go off. It's just different. I don't care. But if y'all remember, anybody, my day ones, remember when I first came out, I said, listen, I'm going to do this for everybody. And I want it to just be raw. If we mess up, we mess up. All right? We're going to do it again. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be super organic or it ain't nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? So this is different, fam. I feel like right now, certified Black society, all of us, you look around, man, ain't nobody like us. You know what I mean? Our presentation, we ain't in here in today's news, bro. We start Tupac bring us in. You know what I mean? Black is beautiful, free Huey. It's a people's movement we got going. What better time than now? Who better than us? We got to capitalize on it, fam. This is like, it's not even on some Black Panther stuff. It's like I said, when X came, it's just a different energy, fam. I say we are the most representative, organic, to the streets, concrete soil, Black American movement going right now. All of us together, fam. And it's a beautiful thing, fam. So we on it. We on it. We on it. So like I said, keep hating on FBA, fam. Keep hating on FBA, fam. And FBA going to keep on winning. To all my haters, peace and love. Peace and love. F you. Certified. Let's go. Family, I ain't done. I got some stuff I want to show y'all. Let me show y'all what it is. Shout out to my brother Tariq Nasheed for posting this just the other day. Y'all seen this right here? Who's seen Caribbean's Women's Health Association? How many of y'all seen that? Are you kidding me? Ain't that kind of divisive, y'all? I mean, they tell us that we divisive. That looks very divisive. I mean, what's really good? Oh, they on it, fam. This is Certified Black Society, Black Alpha Network, man. We are the FBA people's movement. And we see through all of this. I want y'all to notice now, as they've been out here talking all of that talk, and they've been out here trying to tell us we're divisive, we don't have that. What would happen if FBA put together something like this, y'all? What would they say? They say we are divisive just for delineating and keeping our reparations claim to ourselves. What do you call this right here? See, it's funny how all of these people can do whatever they want to do, but ain't nobody else held to the same standards. And that's all we saying. We saying if you're going to hate on FBA, then you need to go ahead and stand in our shoes. But you can't stand in our shoes, so then what you doing there? Then what you really doing? Family, they got literally a clinic specifically for these people? Nah, bruh. Nah, that ain't cool. FBA sit there and say, we want some soul food. They want to say, you divisive. You divisive. What you say? They got cake soap in there? It's a cake soap clinic. That's a cake soap clinic. You know what I'm saying? You ain't lying. It's a cake soap clinic. You feel me? Quit hating on FBA, family. You feel me? But that's what they on, because they want, in all means, family, they want to Africanize us and they want to immigrant us. And if they can't do those two things, then they are in trouble. And that's what you're seeing right now with the dominant society and everybody. They're in deep trouble because they can't do that to FBA, because FBA is not falling for the trick. The trick ain't working. The trick has fell all the way out. And we are moving on a whole different plateau right now. Let me show y'all this right here too, right? Y'all been seeing this? Let me show y'all. Tell me if y'all seen this, because we talked about this earlier today, all right? And I want to talk about this a little further, if I may. How many of y'all are familiar with this individual right here? Fam, how many of y'all seen this lady right here? Who's seen this black activist who ain't black, Melly Mel? Family? And all their tricks to try to get foundational black Americans on board with their nonsense, with them trying to get us to be open borders. How many of y'all seen this fake activists that they've been running around saying black activists detained by ICE amid Trump's mass deportation? Ain't that the same exact thing that Billy Bob was doing earlier? Or Becky was doing as well? How they are throwing around blackety black so they can try to get FBA involved in whatever they think they got going. You see that, fam? Now, when we start doing some of the paperwork on this individual, you come to find out this individual ain't us. This individual ain't nowhere near a foundational black American. Don't believe me? Look at the paperwork right there. Oh, yes, I pulled out the paperwork because the paperwork got to get read. Paperwork got to get talked about. When contacted by this publication, by the way, her name is like Melanie Otwell, okay? Noted that her comment will be brief as her lawyers are looking into purported allegations. However, she said, we live in a country where citizens are not allowed to criticize the regime or their associates. This government preaches about democracy, yet they trample on democratic rights of their citizens. Otwell continued, I've done nothing but work tirelessly to help people in my country, especially the poor. If speaking out against victimization and injustice is a crime, then arrest me. Otwell is a human rights and political activist known for her work in Guyana. What? Then what you mean, black activists? What you mean, us? What you mean, one of our people? You talking about somebody who is non-FBA. So why are you trying to throw black in there? Notice that's what they're doing, y'all. Recently, Otwell received the Caribbean Impact Award of 2022 in New York. Damn, wait a minute. I thought that you said that this was a black person. Notice how the headline clearly persuades you to think that a black person's getting deported. Let's go there, y'all. This is what it's about. This is, see, 2-3 months ago, when they were running around here trying to tell foundational black Americans that we were going to get deported. This is them trying to say, well, I got an idea. How about we go and we get somebody and we arrest them, but they're really a tether. Yeah, This is really a tether. And since it is a tether, we can just say that it's a black person. So now black folks will believe that they can be deported too. This is no different, family, than y'all can get deported too. That's all that is, family. Y'all can get deported too. That's it. And I want y'all to see that right there. Social media activists, Melissa Melly Mel, and then throw in the name Melly Mel, will appear before a U.S. immigration judge March 28th to have her case heard for the first time. This is the tether, you guys. This person right here. This is why black Americans didn't get involved with this. We was on it. We was on it. We seen right through it. Right through it. We seen right through it. Y'all heard how my brother Duddy right there was calling out all they moves before they was about to do them? We calling out all these moves right there as well, family. This is some real slickery. That's one thing FBA does, family. We call out all the dominant society tactics before they get to tactical. That right there is non-FBA energy. I never even heard of this person, by the way. Never heard of this individual. Never, not at all, not even close. And here's another article. Look at that. Black woman activist detained by ICE amid Trump's mass deportation efforts. How come you didn't just put illegal or Caribbean? Why come you had to put black? Why was the onus on putting blackity, 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 black? Man, I posted this earlier in the community chat, y'all. I was watching you. Y'all was lighting this up. Man, y'all had some great comments. Y'all were saying things that I didn't even think of. I was like, whoa. Yes, my sister Denise put the number up. I see you, sister. Absolutely. Yeah, y'all was getting it. Yeah, you're right, Damon. G checking all day. Yeah. So we seen exactly what they were trying to do. And they were trying to blackify this person by putting the headlines. See, the dominant society, they're very, very astute in putting black, 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 black on the headlines. I always tell people, don't read headlines, read articles, all right? Don't read the overall, read the detail, the fine print. What does that say? The fine print will always tell you who it's really about. The headlines got to put black. I told y'all, they need our features. Since they need our features, they have to put black in it. Fam, you'd be surprised how many times somebody got to say black, 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 because they understand FBA, we see through everything, but they're going to fool all the Democratic shields and everybody. So now they've been giving us this Melly Mel character and saying, man, a black woman. We told y'all now. We said that y'all was going to get deported. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that little clip. There was the clip from like a month or two ago, and it was somebody from the hairline community. Yes, the hairline community. All right. So the hairline community was running around here trying to tell us we were going to get deported. Fam, it seems like it was years ago, but literally it was just what? Couple months ago where they was telling us that we were going to get deported. You see how bad we be whooping them up, fam, that we be forgetting already that they was trying to pull games. They were literally just trying to hit us with the deportation thing a few months ago, and we got that out the paint. Y'all remember this right here? Remember, this is part two. I'm telling you, it started off with this hairline person.
And if you think
it started off with this person, fast forward to right now, and then it ends with the Melly Mel.
And if you think that the Black community isn't next, if you think that they're not coming for Black people next, you clearly do not know America. You do not know America. If you actually think that they are able to round people up and they're not going to find an excuse to hit the Black communities, they're going to be like, yeah, there's illegals over there too. If you think that they're actually going to be trying to differentiate between who's an American citizen and who's not, and they're not going to go based on color of skin, because that's what they're doing to the Mexicans. And guess what? They're coming for us next. They're definitely coming for the colored community next.
That's tether talk. Fam, this was just 2 months ago. You start off with this right here. They're going to deport y'all now. Remember, it was Black History Month was going to get canceled. Then it was DEI. It was y'all going to get deported. Now it's segregation. It's all of these things that they're going back into the past and trying to dump on our plate, fam. That's what they're doing right here. And it started off with this tether hairline lady, and it turned into Black activists arrested now, and they couldn't get that off the ground, though. This couldn't get off the ground. Melly Mel couldn't get off the ground. The hairline wouldn't go forward. We know what they doing.
Definitely. It's always going to turn around to the colored community. And if
a colored community, and fam, you already knew what time this was as soon as you seen it. Soon as you seen it, look at that. You already knew who that was. Oh, yeah, the color community. See, y'all picked up on it already. I'm telling y'all. There ain't nothing they can do. Look at y'all. I see all y'all. I'm looking in the chat right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at all y'all. Colored? What you mean colored? Damn, we are so damn thorough. Ain't nobody like certified Black society. Nobody. She sit there and uttered the word color, and y'all was on it before she even said something. Wrapped up. Fam, there's nothing they can do to fool us anymore. All right. We are bamboozle proof. All right. We hoodwink proof. I know back in the day they used to get it. Not anymore. Not anymore. You ain't bamboozling Black society. No. So they was trying to run that. So it starts off with them saying, y'all gonna get deported. Fast forward 2 months later. Now they give a story and they were trying to run this woman out. To trust me, fam, they strategically found this individual, purposely went out and selected her, put her forth and said, now we got somebody that we can try to sell Black Americans. They can get deported. And it went nowhere. Nobody gave a damn, fam. The Black Lives Matter thing made no headlines at all. The Selma thing, hell no headlines. And this Black woman getting deported meant nothing because that is a melanated immigrant. Big difference. There's a big difference between a light-skinned foundational Black American and a cake soap immigrant. They know the difference. We know the difference. Everybody knows the difference. Watch this right here, fam. more stories about this individual are coming out, and they don't really want these stories to come out. But fam, brothers and sisters, y'all was on this story. Nothing slid past y'all about this sketchy character. Here we go.
Queens rap media and news. Opposition figures and supporters rally for detained activist Melly Mel. Georgetown, Guyana. A gathering of opposition political figures and supporters assembled at the Square of the Revolution this evening in a show of solidarity for detained activist Melissa Atwell Holder, widely known as Melly Mel. Atwell Holder was taken into custody last Thursday by U.S. Department of Homeland Security agents at her home in New York. She was later transferred to an immigration detention facility in Louisiana, though the specifics of her arrest remain unclear. Sources speculate that her detention may be linked to an alleged immigration issue predating her marriage and subsequent status adjustment. Since being detained, Atwell Holder has been permitted to contact family and friends. Her legal battle now shifts to the courtroom, where she is expected to face a U.S. immigration judge in June, though a bond hearing may occur sooner. A vocal critic of the Guyana government, Atwell Holder has built a reputation for
Family, what does this have to do with us? Where is this an FBA issue? Somebody said, oh, well, bye-bye, toodles. You wrong for that one, Queen Sugar, but you're damn right. Yes, what this got to do? This ain't even an FBA issue. This is a melanated immigrant issue, a cake soap issue. And then back in her homeland, she said the government ain't no good in the hood. Wish you would, bet you could. Who give a damn? We don't give a damn. We don't give a damn at all. So try another one.
exposing alleged corruption through her social media platforms. Many of her supporters believe her arrest was politically motivated, potentially instigated by complaints filed by the Guyanese government, which had previously accused her of cybercrimes related to her online statements and revelations. As tensions rise, the public meeting at the Square of the Revolution signals a growing call for transparency and justice, with Atwell Holder's supporters demanding answers about the circumstances surrounding her detention. Queens rap media and news, opposition figures and supporters rally for detained activist Melly Mel. Georgetown, Guyana, a gathering of opposition political figures and supporters assembled at the Square of the Revolution this evening.
If you don't get the hell up out of here.
Melly Mel's detention, a defining moment for Guyana's democracy. This latest development surrounding Melissa Atwell, widely known as Melly Mel, presents a defining moment for Guyana's democracy. The Vice President's Political Action Committee, VPAC, has pointed out that Atwell's detention by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, is more than just a legal issue. It's a litmus test for the government's commitment to free speech. Will the
Why is this making headlines in the United States? None of this is a United States issue at all. This literally is about everybody other than America. Why? What the hell did this story get picked up for in the United States of America other than trying to get foundational Black Americans involved? We don't give a damn about tether issues. That is a tether on tether issue. Foundational Black Americans don't give half a damn. Don't give two damn. Don't give one damn. You better try someone else because that is not going to work. No, no, no. Hell no. Hell no. So fam, that shows you again the desperation in which they're trying to do and trying to put this off on us. We don't give a damn at all about what's going on with her.
Known Guyanese activist Melissa Atwell, also known as Melly Mel, was taken into custody and questioned by U.S. Homeland Security agents this morning and is said to be cooperating fully with the agents. News source understands that the agents accompanied Atwell from her home to one of their New York offices, where, according to sources, she has been questioned about her online activism, complaints against her by the Guyana government, and other related issues. There are also reports that her New York-based attorneys are aware of the questioning, and they have been offering their legal advice, as she's also being supported by a number of other officials in the New York area. Sources close to Atwell told News Source this morning.
And sources close to Black Alpha said FBA don't give half a damn. How about that one? We don't give a damn. So we call that out, y'all. We call that out. I'm telling y'all, the winning streak right now is amazing. We are on a winning streak that's really never been seen before, and definitely not in modern history. Definitely not in modern history. I mean, we winning right now.
There's no group of Africans
that absolutely afraid, positively afraid. nowhere to go, nowhere to run, to the point where the desperation is, I mean, it's just coming out their
Tell me
pores at
why.
this point. Absolutely desperate. But fam, let me tell you how desperate they are. I'm going to show y'all. You know that it wouldn't be pure desperation if they didn't pull out the Karens, right? Okay. So fam, we've seen the Tethers, all right? We've seen fake activism. We've seen it all, right? We've seen every single thing that they've been trying to do to try to get foundational Black Americans on somebody's page. You know, we're going to get deported, whatever the hell they come up with next, right? We don't give a damn about none of that. But you know that the dominant society has been out here trying to pull out these Karens now, trying to get Karen to say how bad it's going to be and how we need to band together. See, the W woman only comes around for two things. The W woman comes around so she can get the soul pole from a Black man, or to tell a Black woman to stay away from a Black man. That's the only time you see Karen ever come around the Black community. And you've been watching that go on now a lot. Watch this right here, family. I want y'all to see this yo Karen that they done sent out. Black Americans ain't getting on board with immigration, so they done sent out the yo Karen. And family, watch this. Iggy Azalea try to talk Black and say what she believes. This is how desperate they pulling off any dusty ass Karen out the trailer park for this.
I'm gonna pick this bone until ain't nothing but bone marrow left, because this shit is grinding my gears. So I'm seeing all these segregation videos, you feel me? And it's mostly, you know, Black people speaking in the videos, Black creators. So I'm going through the comment section and I just keep seeing the like, you know, white people talking about, you know, if segregation happens, I'm siding with the Black people. Oh, Lord have mercy. I click on a motherfucker's page. You don't promote any Black businesses. You're not around any Black men or women. It's literally, y'all say certain things and it's not genuine. Like, I don't know if y'all realize that Black people don't like when you do things to appeal to them. When it comes to white people, it is very important for them to pick genuine white people. They never have posers or culture vultures or this and that. Like, they really know if you're being genuine or not. It don't take nothing but to click your page and to see. There are several different types of white people when it comes to Black people and their culture. You have the white people that love Black people, and it's not because they're Black. It's because they're a person that they formed a relationship with. The fact of them being Black.
Stop. Notice how she started off on some Black folks don't really need y'all. Then she starts saying, well, there's good ones. She's putting a bunch of, but they're good ones now. They not all bad. Notice how she's trying to sprinkle that in to the fake opposition. See, the dominant society always does what I call a supremacist sacrifice. They'll send out somebody that pretends to be calling out the dominant society. But when you listen, detail again, damn the headlines, she's really saying Black folks like real W's, someone like me. I'm the real one, because they know we've been calling out the soccer mom. So now they try to send us the yo. See, when the soccer mom doesn't work, that's when they hit you with the yo. This is what she's doing. Notice, fam, she starts talking like she's calling out W.
Because they're Black. But they click your page and to see.
And then she starts bigging them up.
There are several different types of white people when it comes to Black people and their culture. You have the white people that love Black people, and it's not because they're Black. It's because they're a person that they formed a relationship with. The fact of them being Black does not fucking matter. Then you got the white people that just love the culture because everybody knows that the white culture is a little underwhelming. Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm a white girl.
Oh, see, and then they hit you with that. See, I'm one of them. See, I'm talking from a place of truth now. It had to be true because I said it. And I'm the authority of knowledge on this situation. See, you got it, fam. These folks is desperate. We see, hey, dominant society, if you're listening, we see through every tactic. We are bamboozle proof in this generation. Get used to it.
Well, I'm technically 1,000 things, but I'm a white woman from the touch. So basically, they're just putting on.
Oh, then she tried to hit you with the, I'm not white, I'm Cherokee, bro. There you go.
And they're, you know, around Black people just for the culture, just to, you know, take certain things. That's where the word culture vulture came from. Then you have the big mass of white men that have this weird supremacy over Black men. Okay, that's been going on since, that's what started that shit. That despise Black women as a fucking whole, but they'll basically go around them so that they can open up the gates to go to their Black men. Okay, those are the many people that come around the Black.
Okay, now she's all over the damn place. Y'all see what she's trying to do, right? Nice try. Nice try. She done went down the whole list. Then you got this, and then you got if you know how much about all these people and how come you ain't ever did something about supremacy then? Since you can sit there and teach a class about all the different W allies, how come you ain't out there calling out supremacy? I ain't heard one time her say anything about supremacy being wrong. I ain't seen one time you talking about advocating or doing anything for black folks. You gave this whole fake ass dissertation about all the different types of fake allies. Because what I see there, fam, I see someone who's got a PhD on what fake allies look like. See, you may fool one of these counterfeits to hear that and go, yeah, man, she know exactly what she talking about. I'm hearing that saying, yeah, the only thing you know is the 33 different ways of trying to fool a black person. That's what it is. Nice try. Yeah, they always Cherokee. You right, sister. They always Cherokee. Man, I'm Cherokee, dude. Or I'm Navajo. They always pull that because what that really is when you call them out, they say, you ain't talking to me now. You see, she threw all that in there. All that is her knowing that we're on to all the Karens. See, the soccer mom is who they typically send out. Y'all know the soccer mom was like, I don't like racism. It's bad. They know FBA don't fall for Betty Lice. Okay. So what they do now is they send out vanilla ice. You feel me? See, when you don't fall for Betty Lice, they'll give you vanilla ice. That's what they do. They always got people on the assembly line. Go. You go try to trick them, W. Oh, that ain't work. You go try to trick them, W. Oh, nope, that ain't work. You go try to check them. You see what I'm saying? That's what they always do. They're always trying to trick us and then trying to like check our temperature. You feel me? If the tricking or the checking don't work, like it's not, then they'll continue to try to pull that game. They don't like the fact that in this generation, certified black society, the people's movement, we are running everything and we are in control and we know all the lies before they tell them what they gonna do now. Not a goddamn thing. Y'all look at this right here, fam. This is another one, fam. So they send out that because simply this right here was not working, fam. Y'all want to see some damn tap dancing? Tell me what y'all think about this one. Here it goes. Now that was vanilla ice. So now let me go ahead and give you Betty Lice. Here we go. Behind every vanilla ice gonna be a Betty Lice. Watch this.
Time to speak up. They're rolling back segregation. They are rolling back segregation. It is now no longer illegal to require separate facilities for people of different races. It is no longer illegal to say, here's the white water fountain and here's the colored water fountain. To be clear, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is still in place and has not been disbanded, but we know what their goal is. There is always step one in a process, and we absolutely know what their goal is. They are rolling back segregation. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Because this time, white people, we are the ones that are going to be on the front crossing that bridge. Do you hear me? We are the ones that are going to stand in the streets.
Look at them fake tears. Fake tears. Man, she's trying to fake cry. We going to be the ones. No, you not. Name me the time in history you ever had. Get out of here. This is all about go vote Democrat. Every time you see a W start talking about supremacy, it's a trick way to get you to go vote for their favorite politician. This is all it ain't got nothing to do with black, ain't got nothing to do with reality, ain't got nothing to do with ethics or morals. It's a sneaky way of getting you to go cast your vote. That's all it is. We gonna be on the front lines this time. You are 70 years old. What you mean this? You ain't got it this time. Yo, this time is in the 11th hour. The hell you talking about?
Our black countrymen have done their time at the front of the lines, and it is our turn. It is our turn to face the water hoses and to face the dogs and to face the tear gas because we have let this happen. Not on my watch. Not while there is breath in me will we go back. Is anybody out there with me?
It is 2025. What Twilight Zone am I living in?
And the award for best male performance goes to Betty Lice.
I am hearing that segregation is legal. The Civil Rights Act is still in place, right? But what does it mean that Trump signed that saying the segregation can now be legal? Does that mean the government is not going to back it? They're not going to back the civil rights? Nobody's got support? So help me God, if I come across a business and it says whites only, you best believe I will be on my heel, spinning around, and I will be out. All the strides that we have made in history to make it that we are equals, because we are equals. We are all human. I don't care the color of your skin. And one narcissistic, homophobic racist gets elected in, and we are to throw that all away. I'm to turn my back on my neighbor because they may be a different skin color, and to turn my back on my neighbor because they're different. They're different under your terms, your standards. For anybody this affects, I am deeply sorry. I am disturbed.
If I was walking down the
Freeze. Fam, where are all of them with Noah Bush? What about our good brothers up in Georgia, northern Georgia? Notice, fam, they not showing up. They talking all this stuff about racism, but they don't show up for the victims of it. They talk all this stuff about supremacy, but they don't never show up to the victims of it. It's easy to pull their whole card, y'all. Okay? It's very easy to call them bluff. This lie ain't even got traction. This lie is corny. It's flimsy. It's finicky. It ain't got nothing. You can't sit here and talk about it because the only time they talk about racism is when it's got something to do with politicians so they can get you to vote. Now watch this person right here and watch how she tries to push in the feminist thing. You know, here it comes. This is the rogue Betty who's trying to get some feminist brownie points by using black people.
street, I would err towards the side of people of color, any color, over white men, especially. I've never been abused, mistreated, or disrespected by a person of color. But white men, yeah. You give me a choice between would I pick a room full of black men by myself or a room full of white men by myself. You know what? The room full of black men, quite frankly, is a hell of a lot safer than how I would ever feel in a room by myself with nothing but white men.
Family, now why would she want to be in a room full of W men or full of brothers? Somebody, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Why would she want to be in a room full of a bunch of black men opposed to some W's? Let's just say it ain't got nothing to do with ethics. No, it ain't got nothing to do with any of that. Tell it what it really is. Tell it what it really is. Why? There you go. Matter of fact, y'all look what I just put in the chat. Y'all look what I just put in the chat. Y'all know I'm cold. You only get this on the Black Alpha Network, fam. I'm going to be on the show and I'm going to be in the chat at the same damn time. I might have broke the record, y'all. Somebody put the eggplant. I put the cucumber. Soul pole. Exactly. I'm in the chat. Damn, hold on. I like this whole in the chat thing. Hold on now. Hold on. We're in here. Here we go. Hey, what up, FBA family? Black Alpha Network. Told y'all we different. We got the people's movement. What's up, FBA family? There they go. Betty. Hold on. Betty Lice is lying. There we go. I'm in the chat with y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Certified Black Society. I had to put Betty Lice on hold because not the chat didn't even believe that one. I'd rather be in a room full of mandingos. I'd rather get somebody said, or a dog. You know what? You ain't lying. You ain't never told no lie. Matter of fact, who said that? You said if it ain't a brother, it'd be a dog. Y'all look what I'm putting in the chat right now. There you go. She said, how much is that doggy in the window? There you go. Let me take the soul pole out. Let's go ahead and put the dogs in there. I'll be damned. Oh, man, I'm in the chat. Shout out my sister Miriam. I see you. Let's go. Proceed, man. I had to stop, put that on pause, go into the chat. Now I'm back. Let's go.
Hands down. And even if it weren't for that, I couldn't go on a white side.
Joelle, Nicole Johnson, she made a really good point. She said, bring back segregation. Let's do it. We're going to have black-only restaurants, black-only shops, black-only theme parks, black-only everything, right? Those will be the only good places to go with all the good food, the good music, It would bring me so much joy to see that. And they're not saying like, hey, it's really truly blacks only. They would allow the approved whiteys like myself to come and think about it. That would kill all the races.
Did she just say WEs like herself? And is she saying that would end supremacy? Boy, if you don't stop.
Hey, it's really truly blacks only. They would allow the approved whiteys like myself to come and think about it. That would kill all the racists that not only black people are spending their hard-earned dollars on only black businesses, but white people are too.
She thinks she gonna soul pole herself out of this. This ain't no different. This is the same hippies that were around there in the civil rights era, and they were saying the same thing. They thought they was gonna soul pole themselves straight on out of all types of issues and to get you to turn. Yes, they did.
It's time to speak up.
Oh my goodness, terrible. Terrible in these streets. So you see, you had Vanilla Ice, Betty Lice. Betty Lice, Vanilla Ice. There you go. That's what they start sending out, fam. But it wouldn't be the Democrats unless some of the Starburst came a-calling, right? You knew the Starburst was going to have to call. First off, let me say this. Remember, during the civil rights era, you had two different people. You had the riders and then you had the tap dancers. Remember, two people can do the same thing for two different reasons. You had one person that was at all those civil rights rallies for black empowerment. Then you had the other person that was there because they wanted W women in Walmart. You know what I'm talking about? We always say that, right? They always wanted to have access. One person was out there for access. Don't get it twisted. All of these Democrats, they're there for access. I want you to see the dichotomy. I want you to see the shift between two. We're out here saying we don't give a damn for black empowerment. They're out there saying they care because they want access. Deep down inside, we know that they know that this is all about access for them. That's why they're trying to camouflage it and tidy it up real good. It's all about the Democratic shills and the tethers losing access to what they love the most, and that is W's. They don't want Zaddy to go nowhere. All right, that's what they want. They want Zaddy to stay here forever, and they want the Snow Bunny to stay here forever. That's what it really is about, y'all. They know that them losing access to the dominant society would break their little Democratic shield heart, so that's what they're fighting for. Again, we out here standing on business. We pushing principle for independent foundational black American empowerment. They're out here standing on shield business for access to Brad, Chad, Becky, and Trevor. That's what it's really about. So there's a difference between the two of them. But family, you know damn well if that's what Karen and them are out here fighting for, y'all know damn well that they got to send out these people, because it wouldn't be the Democrats without them bringing out the Starburst community. Yeah, let's see how they feel about it.
So, bitch, if you gonna go and segregate us, hurry the fuck up. Did they give us a date when the segregation gonna start? Bitch, I can go in the house and go pack my bags and get ready to leave right now. Bitch, we've been asking to be segregated. They actually think we give a fuck about being segregated. Y'all trying to trick us into getting these streets so y'all can go ahead and declare martial law. No, we fucking leave. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about no segregation, bitch. We want our own neighborhoods. We want our own cars. We want our own makeup brands. We want our own clothing brands. We want it all. And we got it all. You just stole it and put y'all names on it. So, bitch, if you gonna go and segregate us, hurry the fuck up. If you gonna segregate us, hurry the fuck up. We ready to go. We tired of being around y'all. Okay? If you want to segregate us, this is your one chance. You could really do what the fuck you say you're going to do and segregate us. Please segregate us. Segregate us.
So obviously there's nothing good about segregation at all. There's nothing.
What the hell is this? Wait a minute. They went all the way from the Starburst all the way to John. Damn, this Jerome with a lace front. Damn, this is the Democrat. Remember, when you vote for the Democrats, you are voting for Mr. Starburst and you're voting for Mr. Lace Front right here. Watch this. This is what they feel. It wouldn't be the Democrats without this community.
You could really do what the fuck you say you're going to do and segregate us. Please segregate us. Segregate us.
So obviously there's nothing good about segregation at all. There's nothing funny about it. Like everybody's joking about it and saying it's good that they're happy about it. I'm not happy about it because none of the blacks like trannies. So now if I have to go somewhere where it's just nothing but black people. When I say he, you say him. So obviously there's nothing good about segregation at all. There's nothing funny about it. Like everybody's joking about it and saying it's good that they're happy about it. I'm not happy about it because none of the blacks like trannies. So now if I have to go somewhere where it's just nothing but black people. When I say he, you say him.
So I got something to say about this little segregation thing that's going on.
Freeze, I got something to say. Hey, that wasn't Joanna Man. That's Ja-Is-a Man. The Democrats out here, they got Ja-Is-a Man talking about segregation too. I'll be damned. You couldn't pay me to vote Democrat. You vote Democrat, the person right next to you in the booth is going to be Ja-Is-a Man. Goddamn.
I feel like a lot of people is like stressed out about it and like having a lot to say about it. And I really feel like we really shouldn't be that stressed out about it, to be honest. I honestly feel like we've always been segregated. We're segregated by race. We're segregated by class. We're segregated by gender. We're segregated by culture. Like, I just feel like we're all segregated in some way, shape, or form. I got a point. So even with segregation, that's not stopping anything. Segregation is to please the white audience. And to be honest, it's to please the masses of the white audience. Because at the end of the day, everybody is segregated. Even white people are segregated by class. The people that's higher than you still look at you as peasants. And people of color, black or Jamaican or whatever you want to call, we're below that. So y'all might think that y'all are above, but y'all are still below.
This guy done threw in every damn community. Blacks, the Jamaican, they go that tether talk. Fam, you know, Ja-Is-a Man, Joe Love Man, Jerry Curl Man. They all go pop up when you start talking about the damn Democrats. Every last one of them is going to pop up. So these are the people out here in shambles right now. These are the people who are afraid of segregation. Fam, we over here laughing. Look at our energy again, fam. Look at us. We out here talking about defending the community, standing on business. We laughing. These people are literally having meltdowns as if they weren't already having them anyway. You want to talk about a bunch of scared folks, man. The Tethers are out here with little W baby dolls in their backseat. Ja-Is-a Man out here having meltdowns left and right. They're doing all types of vanilla ice, ain't nice. Everywhere you go, these people are broken, fam. They don't know what's up because we understand that it all boils down to that community being served by the Democrats. And now they're getting that whole thing of y'all been wanting that damn black vote to save y'all. Can I go there, fam? Again, just like immigration. When the immigration situation popped off, all of the illegals were running to FBA to come save them. They didn't run to anybody. Fam, you know how many communities they are? Remember, America's a melting pot. Well, if America's a melting pot, how come you didn't go to anybody else to come save you, right? Because you need the black vote. Now they're realizing that they need that damn black vote to save these communities, all right? The Democrats use the black vote so they can write laws for everybody else, all right? Now those everybody else's are knowing that they need us to come vote Democrat again so they can get the laws. Their laws are getting dried up. The same way how Doge was finding all that money and all those tethers, they was getting their money dried up, and then they ran the FBA and said, can y'all vote Democrat? They need us, fam. It's not just the Democrats that need us to vote Democrat. It's all the communities that the Democrats serve. They need us to vote Democrat so the Democrats can get in office and write laws for the Starbursts, for the Skittles, for the Tethers, the Fleers, the Hoppers, the Skippers, the Jumpers. Everybody needs FBA to vote Democrat. They're relying on it. That's why we call it a tether. All right. They need foundational Black Americans to keep Kamala, to keep Joe Biden, to keep Barack Obama in office, because when they're not in office, all right, those communities don't get anything that they were promised. So now they're all crashing down and broke down because of it. Remember, I told you all this stuff was about the swirling, right? I want y'all to see this here. Notice this guy right here. I'm not even going to say it, fam. I'm going to let you guys get to the point. Watch how this guy is afraid. I told you. This is all about access, everything, immigration, migration, tethers, swirlers. This is all about them being denied access to the dominant society. So when you hear the word segregation, first thing they think of is I'm not going to be able to sit next to the dominant society like I want to. And then they're mad at us because we don't give a damn. We sit by ourselves. These people are all having nightmares because their proximity to whiteness is getting cut off.
That shit is fucking scary. Are y'all okay? Are y'all well for real? Because now this shit is getting out of hand. I know we live in a day and age where, everybody has a joke. People don't take shit serious. But in this point in time, with all this shit that's going on, we cannot afford to be ignorant to the things that are going on in our country. That's the first thing. So I do want to address that. Secondly, guys, there is a deeper initiative and a bigger picture to all of this, and you guys are refusing to see it. It's just going over everybody's heads. Do you guys remember that movie A Bug's Life where Flick stood up to the main grasshopper? All of the grasshoppers went back to their hive, and he said this shit as clear as day. These ants outnumber us 100 to 1. If one stands up, they all stand up, and
Did this man just use A Bug's Life as an example to why he's not going to get a date from Christina? Is this how desperate you are, Democratic Shields? Are you literally out here saying that you're not going to get a date with Christina, so you're using A Bug's Life as an example? Fam, are the Democrats trying to Bug's Life us into voting for them? Is this what you had? The one trying to soul pole her way out of segregation. The tether is trying to Cabbage Patch Kids with little dolls his way back in, and this guy's out here trying to use cartoon analogies. This is definitely somebody crashed out.
And there goes our way of life. Guys, we are the ants.
We're the ants.
These leaders, these people that are in power, they benefit.
This man just said we're the ants.
Us 100 to 1. If one stands up, they all stand up, and there goes our way of life. Guys, we are the ants. These leaders, these people that are in power, they benefit and profit off of us hating each other. They benefit and profit off of our misery. And until all of us come together and realize that we need to stand up, we are going to continue to be in fucking trouble. Things are going to continue to get worse. Part of their agenda is to separate us because they know that we are stronger together. We got to start paying attention, yo. This shit is getting scary out here. And this is coming from a father. This is coming from someone who has a mixed child. My son.
Oh, there you go. You knew it was cut. There you go. First off, he said he was scared. Fam, when we say they scared, they saying they scared. He just had to say, I'm scared now. It's getting scared. The last guy, I'm scared. The other guy, it's getting scary out here. It's getting real scary in these streets. These people are open. These are grown adults saying they're scared. We got 7,000 people in here right now, and ain't none of us scared. And these people are making videos declaring their scaredness. And then here you go. You got a little Drake. That's what it is. So you afraid that you ain't gonna have access to swirling. It looked like he be twirling because that hat looked like it's hiding that hairline too.
Yo, this shit is getting scary out here. And this is coming from a father. This is coming from someone who has a mixed child. My son is black and white. And the future is, for anybody who's a parent right now, just period in general, it is nothing great for us right now. We're dealing with a lot of crazy shit now. So I can only imagine the shit that our future seeds and our kids are going to be dealing with in the next couple of years. Like, this shit is crazy. We have the...
No, get out of here. Get the hell up out of here. That McBoy gone. Listen, in future news, okay, you find this guy somewhere, or you don't find this guy because he went out on a date with a Becky and nobody ever seen him again. Future news. Get the hell up out of here. So, fam, one thing we can say on this broadcast, everything that we broke down, fam, hasn't it been a bunch of nonsense, nefarious, corny, lame excuses? It's been everything. It's been feminism and tetherism. It's been starbursting. It's been twirling and swirling. None of this has shown what it really is, okay? Donald Trump ended up writing that so he can stop some of them is-a-mans from going in the bathroom. Everybody knows this, fam. They know it, okay? At this point, everybody's laughing at all of these people crashing out. They've came with excuse. None of it's even adding up, y'all. And then you got people out here trying to incite violence. You got Betty Lice. You got Vanilla Ice. You got all these people, and they're all coming out trying their best to get FBA on board so we can go help another community. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been. And we're just not falling for the games, fam, the gambit. None of that stuff is working. Ain't happening. And let me show y'all this real quick because I got this clip that I did want to show y'all. And I didn't want to wait for another broadcast to show y'all this, but I'm going to point out something that you can tell you're dealing with a Democratic shield. I want y'all to help me out on this one. Tell me this misnomer that you hear, because remember, y'all, you're going to have a lot of these people running around here talking like they're representing us. Remember, y'all, the folks are saying they're not scared. They're really scared. All right. They're just trying to sound cool. Watch what this person says. And I'm watching that hairline. And that forehead is creeping forward, but we're going to leave that one alone. Y'all watch this right here.
They asked the rest of the white people about what are y'all going to do about Trump rolling back segregation. I hope this message finds you, and I hope it finds you well. I really do. I hope my followers and friends push this out there so you can get it. But baby, you don't have to do anything. You do not have to riot. You do not have to protest. You do not have to stand in no line. You do not have to go out there and make one sign. Because we do not care. We are not offended. We are not hurt. We are not insulted. We are not our ancestors. Because when we told...
There. Did y'all catch that? We're not our ancestors. Did y'all hear that? Fam, did y'all pick up on that? This is one of them 92%ers. This is one of them 92%ers trying to make it look like they're talking on behalf of us. We're out here saying that we are ancestors and we're coming back for the debt that's owed. You can tell you're dealing with a Democratic shield when you start hearing stuff like that. We are not our ancestors. You see? I want y'all to pick up on that. That's very slick language.
And make one sign. Because we do not care. We are not offended. We are not hurt. We are not insulted. We are not our ancestors. Because when we told you...
You can cancel reparations when you start hearing that talk. And how do you know? This individual just sat there and said, we are not our ancestors, okay? So this individual has no FBA pride. I don't even know if this is an FBA because that's looking really suspicious. I probably should have go ahead and hit the tether alert. I'm just saying. But watch right afterwards, fam. She's going to start talking about, we told y'all to vote for Kamala. Yeah, you knew it was coming, fam. Soon as I heard her say, we're not our ancestors, I said, oh, this is one of those activist imposters. That's what you're seeing now. You're seeing a lot of activist imposters where they're pretending to be us. Watch her go on, fam, and start talking about Kamala Harris, exposing what we already knew. This is a Kamala Harris 92%er, vote blue no matter who, in grassroots camouflage. This is one of those want to be us, but ain't us. This is one of those Tamika Mallory's.
Job. That this man was a racist and that this is what he was trying to do and that this was going to happen. No one cared. No one got on the front line. No one fought. No one protested. No one did anything. The only thing they did was go and vote for him. So, baby, please don't waste your breath. I appreciate what you were trying to do and I appreciate everything you said, but, baby, don't do none of that. We don't want you to do none of that because, again, we are not our ancestor and we are unbothered. To the white lady.
What's up with all that? She threw that in there like 5 times. We not our ancestors. We not our ancestors. We not our ancestors. Now, I guarantee you start talking about reparations and then all of a sudden we're going to be our ancestors real quick. Y'all notice that right there? Did y'all pick up on that? That was nothing more than your 92%er. The main ones that have been out here telling us that they're going to do this, that, and the other thing, ain't going to do nothing. But that's the fraudulent energy. Watch this right here.
I've been talking about it. Y'all been talking about it. So let's go there. Let's go there. We keep having this, we need our own, right? Talking, creeping into our culture, and it's misguided. It's misguided and potentially lethal if we don't interrogate it, right? So here's the thing. Fetishizing segregation is not the same as advocating for autonomy. It is not the same. It is not the same. I need y'all to understand, under a leader like Trump, it's going to make it look like Black empowerment. It's going to make it look like we was getting freedom, but it can be weaponized into sanctioned isolation and erasure. Okay, sanctioned isolation. Do you hear what I'm saying? So the rise
erasure, fam. We just heard ancestors and erasure. You're hearing all of these Democrats start talking about erasure. Nobody was talking about erasure before us. As a matter of fact, I challenge anyone to even admit that they knew what the term erasure was. These people didn't even know what erasure meant. Now, out of nowhere, these people are throwing around the term erasure. Isn't it funny that they'll bring up erasure when it comes to Donald Trump's policies, but they never brought up erasure with the millions of immigrants that were being elevated above us? That is another key point into seeing someone who is trying to hustle and scam you. They'll bring up your words. They'll just place it on a Republican opposed to placing it on the system of supremacy. We cooking right now.
rise in discourse, right? Especially online, especially on the internet. I seen this video piss me off so bad. This girl on the talking about the take, she's sitting on a train talking about, we want segregation back. We were better off, people always say this stupid stuff. We were better off when we had our own schools, towns, and businesses. Integration destroyed the Black community. We could go back to being separate from white people. Y'all hear this all day. I hear this all day. On the surface, it feels empowering, right? It references real things. References Black Wall Street. References, all the catastrophes. I could go on and on. It references real things and the sense of the community that came with the self-reliance, right? But it romanticizes trauma and ignores violent context and invites structural danger into today's political climate. We don't need this right now. I'm telling you, we don't need this right now. But here's why it's dangerous, right? It ignores.
What you gonna do about it, Urkel? What you gonna do about it? We don't need scared. We don't need this. Fam, this man is trying to come up with every single tactic to get you to help him be around the W's that he loves so damn much. Fam, all this segregation fear is about these people losing white access. That's all it is. He's throwing all these words out there and we seeing through every last syllable. You want a date with Karen, just come out and say it. All right? I'm sure Betty likes to give you about 2 seconds. You ain't getting no type of traction with this hustle scam that ain't even moved an inch. Watch this, family.
Ignores that segregation wasn't just separate, it was deliberately unequal. Okay, deliberately unequal. The state withheld resources from Black communities. Separate schools meant inferior funding. Infrastructure, safety, and medical care were all neglected. This was not thriving.
Not thriving, fam. Foundational Black Americans thrived everywhere we went. And somebody put in the chat, where your people from? Fam, you got the known tethers and then the suspected tethers. Because I done seen about 5 tethers and about 5 suspected tethers today. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of tethers out here, fam. Just keep it real. Some of these people are straight up tethers that we can confirm it. And then the other ones are tethers on the low. I done seen a bunch of hats on heads. I seen a bunch of wraps around foreheads. I done seen a whole bunch of Joloff. Fam, these are tethers out here talking, y'all. These are tethers. You had Bushmeat from the block talking earlier. Come on. I'm questioning all these people today.
Separately. It was surviving in spite of oppression. And this is something that I gotta stop hearing y'all say. Y'all keep saying, I made it. Right? It's like how Black guys are like, I don't need no woman to make it. And how
notice how he said Black guys in third person? Oh, this is a damn tether. You a damn tether. Get the hell up out of here. This is a tether all damn day long. He said Black guys. See, they slip up. They don't mean to, but they slip up on accident and they end up saying Black in third or fourth person. We don't do that. I'm not gonna sit here and say, man, because you got Black guys over there, and those Black guys, they get mad when we say they not like us. But then they us when they talking about Black people. This is tether. So this is tether number 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm telling you, fam, we done had confirmed tethers, suspected tethers, but there's been a hell of a lot of tethers on this broadcast, and the tethers seem to be the most afraid of segregation because segregation and immigration and migration is about proximity next to white people.
And I've seen black women go, well, you know, if we all in the same.
Then he said black women.
Situation, how come we just hold it on? I have not described thriving one time on this page.
And you haven't described thriving because you don't know what it's like because your homeland is a failed place. Y'all watch this right here. This is how we've been cleaning things up. Watch this sister right here stand on business, y'all. As they try to immigrant us, watch how this sister says, nah, correction. You're going to love this video. I promise you. Watch this sister correct these people trying to make black Americans immigrants.
Even people that come from their own country do it. Why? You were an immigrant. We are all period. We were an immigrant once. We were in a situation once, the same situation they are. Why are you doing this?
Any questions?
Just a point of clarification, Black Americans aren't immigrants. Point of clarification, respectfully.
Yes. No, absolutely. Agreed. Yep. And she was saying that Black Americans are not immigrants, and that is a fact. That is true.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Damn, talk about freezing a room. Talk about people freezing up, stopping in their tracks. Somebody hit the brakes. They was about to hit you with the immigrant, and if you didn't say nothing, they weren't gonna say nothing. If you didn't stop them, they weren't gonna stop. And this guy, look at that hairline. Look at that hairline. Look at this guy. That's a tether next to a Karen, next to a Jorge, and another Jorge. And it says Black Americans are immigrants. And that sister stood up and checked him. And I want y'all to notice everybody froze. And then the other lady says, yeah, she was saying Black Americans ain't. And then the Karen goes, oh, yeah. Well, if it's yeah now, how come it wasn't yeah before you said it? You weren't going to say nothing unless the sister said something. I don't know who this sister is. Certified salute to you, beloved. Much love and respect. That's how you check. And that right there is the epitome of the G-checking that I'm always talking about right here on the Black Alpha Network. You got to stop these people in their tracks because they're going to run with whatever lie they can. Basically, the world is a whole bunch of lies against FBA until FBA stops them, and then they quit. If you don't stop them, they'll continue. Hell no. Get up out of here with that one.
Let's see. I mean, this is your.
I don't understand. Even people that come from their own country do it. Why? You were an immigrant. We are all period. We were an immigrant once. We were in a situation once, the same situation they are. Why are you doing this?
Any questions?
Just a point of clarification, Black Americans aren't immigrants.
Look at them, y'all. Look how much they froze. Look at all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. That dude's super tether. There go another tether. This is why I said, why are tethers afraid of segregation? There's another tether right there on the panel. It's just a whole tether palooza. Look at that right there. They all froze. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got the whole United Nations up here. And it took one Black American sister to shut all that down. Much respect. Certified.
Point of clarification. Respectfully.
Yes. No, absolutely. Agreed. Yep. And she was saying that Black Americans are not immigrants, and that is a fact. That is true.
Yes.
Okay, so you can get the hell up on up out of here. That's what you can do since we okay sewing. You feel me? Shout out to that sister fam. You got the whole United Nations on there. You got tethers, you got demos, you got a bunch of Karens, you got Jorges, and it took one FBA sister to shut all that down. And it got shut down. And they froze. They hit them goddamn brakes real quick. They was like, okay, because they know better. And the lies don't work. Fam, you would have seen that a couple years ago. Let's be real. Let's be 100. A couple years ago, you would have seen Black folks agreeing with it because a lot of Black folks was picking up on it. It's a new time. All right. This new time is in the building. It's in full effect. It's in full swing. There's nothing they can do to combat what we have created, y'all. We've created something so strong and so powerful based on the real organic black grassroots energy. That's why everybody's using terminologies, because they know that we set the trends. And the trends that we set are so powerful and so strong that they have to get on board. You have no choice at this point, man. At this point, there's no choice other than to fall in line with what foundational Black Americans have created, because foundational Black Americans are, quite frankly, just too strong, and we don't care. Speaking of that, family, you know how we was talking about tethers. Here's one more. I got to show you another tether, okay? This shows you, fam, so we can get a good idea about what's really going on. Fam, y'all been seeing all of these Black Brits, right? We've been seeing the Black Brits pop up. Watch this one. Y'all know we had dudes from Africa talking on behalf of us. We just seen all those demos on stage talking about us. Now look at this right here. The Black Brits are out there and they're trying to talk on our behalf.
You see, what Trump fails to realize is that many, if not most, Black Americans have actually been waiting for this moment for years, for literal years. It doesn't take more than 3 brain cells to be able to discern the fact that many Black Americans are fucking tired. And then on top of that, the 92% thing has only made the divide all the more egregious. I'm not even an African American myself, and I can literally see this from a mile away. This is not the 1960s anymore, and people, African Americans, are fucking tired. You see, what Trump fails to realize is that many, if not most, Black Americans have actually been waiting for this moment for years, for literal years. It doesn't take more than 3 brain cells to be able to discern the fact that many Black Americans are fucking tired. And then on top of that, the 92% thing has only made the divide all the more.
Why are you talking on behalf? Look at Buckingham eyes. She's a Black Brit bucking eyes. Look at that. That's a Black Brit bucking. She got them Brit bucking eyes. Somebody done showed her some 10 crumpets and them eyes went bing. Look at that. Bucking them damn eyes. So you got now a Black Brit saying Black Americans are scared. You had an African saying it. You had 4 Caribbeans saying it. All of these people are trying to create a false narrative that FBA is afraid because they're really afraid. We have proven the point. We have dropped all the receipts. We have mic dropped on stage. And we've came back with the verdict. The verdict is that all of the tethers are absolutely terrified. Tethers terrified because they know that all of their proximity has dried up. They know all of their treats and resources are dried up. And foundational Black Americans still have no cape. Basically, the whole world is a bunch of people who are mad because we have no cape. When there ain't no cape from us, they are shook. And that right there, that face right there, them Brit bucking eyes, that shows you immediately how afraid they are when they know nobody is going to give them a chance to cosplay FBA. Okay, so you can take that buck to Manchester and you can tell them that FBA don't give a damn. Fam, just because they scared, they try to put their fear off on us. And it's reverse psychology. Okay, but guess what? What happens when your reverse psychology ain't reversing? You back in the same spot. And they're going to all wake up. Let me go ahead and give some spoilers, okay? They're going to all wake up tomorrow in the same place that they are in today. And that's a state of fear and a state of shock. And we're going to wake up tomorrow in the same place that we've been in for the last 1,000 years. That's in the land that our ancestors created where we don't give a damn. You want to talk about more fear? Oh, you ain't seen fear, family, until you see this individual. As a matter of fact, it ain't just fear that you ain't seen. See, you ain't seen fear until you see this individual, but you also haven't seen any food supply until you see this individual. See, when this individual is out here, you might not see a lot of things until you see this guy. There's a guy out here who's been running around fear-mongering. Okay, let's get this. Okay, yes, all this we've heard. Watch this right here, family. You want to talk about fear-mongering? Here goes some fear-mongering all the way across the board. You see, when this guy shows up, you know a lot of snacks are gone. But this proves the point right here that a lot of these people's resources are gone because FBA has made them all melt down.
Black racist administrations we've ever seen. Check this out here. The federal government no longer explicitly prohibits contractors from having segregated restaurants, waiting rooms, and drinking fountains. The segregation clause is one of several identified in a public memo issued by the General Services Administration last month, affecting all civil federal agencies. The memo explains that it is making changes prompted by Donald Trump's executive order on diversity, equity, and inclusion, which repealed an executive order signed by President Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1965 regarding federal contractors and non-discrimination. So there's been a lot of reporting around this. And so the whole goal is to target, is to say, all these companies that
Look at that. Just like the beginning. Notice, fam, when we ask for reparations, these pictures right here have to have everybody. When we ask for reparations or tangibles, all those black pictures got to be brown, got to be green, got to be orange. It's got to be for everyone. But when they're trying to fearmonger you, I want you to notice how those multitude of colors turn black real quick. So how can it be when we want tangibles or we want policies specific to our needs, does everything got to be multicultural? But when it comes to trying to scare black folks, then it turns into just black. That's basically saying what you have for yourself goes to everyone else. But what you suffer from, you deal with exclusively. Fam, let me see y'all face real quick. We ain't seen more black specific photos in the last 5 years than you've seen over the last 2 weeks. When it comes to segregation, they're showing you all of these black faces, black children, black women, black men, black folks in the 50s, black folks in the 60s. How come they don't ever show you that when you start talking about reparations? How come they don't ever show you that when you talk about policies? If I were to say I want a policy specific to the needs and the welfare and the well-being of black Americans, they're going to show you a bunch of Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Africans, and Jamaicans. But when they start talking about segregation and Donald Trump's bringing back slavery, then they're going to show you a whole bunch of black people, FBA, freedmen. You see what they're doing, right? So when you want something specifically that empowers you, you see all lives matter. But when they're trying to scare you, you see just black Americans. And we see through that. What I say, I see through your ass like you plexiglass. So therefore, they can't pull that maneuver on us, and we identify it, maneuver around it. So they're stuck in a place where the math ain't mathing, the tricks ain't tricking. So what happens when both of those are falling flat like they are right now? They're in a position where their policies aren't going anywhere. It's funny that they try to scare us, but it's because they're really the ones that are afraid. You trying to scare FBA because FBA scares you. Watch this, family. Every scare tactic that you see is just a scare tactic to make them know that FBA ain't running nowhere, FBA ain't hiding nowhere, and most importantly, FBA ain't going nowhere. Watch this.
Dismantle the system to make sure that black folks have the chances that we deserve as U.S. citizens.
Okay, so somebody just posted. Somebody just hold on one moment. Someone just posted in the chat. I found out my doctor was racist during COVID. When I think about opioids, the numbers have changed in the last several years. But in the first 3 to 5 years, racism actually, I know people may think this sounds crazy, but that was probably one of the few times black people benefited from racism.
See, fam, this man now is saying in the last 3 to 5 years, who was president? A Democrat. So he said we benefited from racism. He's to the point now where he's so afraid, so shook down that he's saying that FBA benefited from racism. Why? Because a Democrat was in office. Fam, I done heard these people caping for Democrats. I seen these people slobbing on Democrats. But now they've reached a new low, and that's saying something, all right? Now they're saying that we benefited from racism because Joe Biden was president. You know when you done had one too many Big Macs? That is what it looks like.
White doctors believe that black people had drug problems. So therefore, they prescribed black people to take Tylenol. They were initially prescribing white folks OxyContin and a lot of the other powerful opioids. That's a perfect example, to Larry's point, when you have Black healthcare professionals who are able, I just saw a story.
Notice, he ain't talking about Black folks having their own schools, though. No, he don't want to go there. He don't want to talk about that. This man going a whole roundabout. What this got to do with anything?
Her white doctors kept telling her that she had that have been done that have aided the rise of Black doctors and Black lawyers and Black engineers and Black professionals.
Okay, but when notice, fam, he's talking about Black lawyers, Black doctors, Black professionals. But when we say a Black policy, he says you can't do nothing specifically for Black people. He's one of the main people running around saying you can't do anything specific. Notice now he's trying to talk a specific agenda when Donald Trump's in office. How come you weren't talking specific agenda when Joe Biden was in office? See, they flip-flop back and forth. The things that they say and admit to when Trump's in office ain't what they say or admit to when the Democrats in office. So when we say the Democrats had control over the whole damn government, he says you couldn't stop the filibuster. Well, according to that, you'll never get anything done. So we shouldn't even vote. Why vote? Because you're going to keep getting filibustered, right? Then he tells us that you get Black policy here, Black policy there. I thought you said we couldn't get anything specific. Now you want to get specific. This man is Democratic shilling to the point where he is melting down on camera for the 100th time in a month.
My life, growing up in Clinton Park in Houston, we live 8 blocks from my grandparents.
From Haitian descent, tether number 13.
My parents didn't go to college. Both worked. Combined, never made more than $50,000 a year. 5 children. And when they decided to join with others to launch a civic club, they were asking very basic things. How do we get new streetlights? How do we get new streets? How do we tear down overgrown lots? How do we get rid of these abandoned houses that have now turned into crack dens? How do we get stepped up police patrols? How do we get out?
And who put that in the neighborhoods? Who put that in the community? And what your loyal Democrats do about it?
Our park rebuilt. How can we convert this old firehouse into a senior citizen center? These were regular, ordinary people who didn't have college degrees, who didn't have lots of money, but they cared enough to say, okay, there are things that we want in our neighborhood. Who do we go ask? Is it the city? Is it the county? Is it the federal government? Is it the school district?
No, you build your own. What happened when the Black Panther Party said they needed a light? What happened when the Black Panther Party said they needed clinics? What happened when the Black Panther Party said they needed new schools? They built them all. You see, a Haitian wouldn't understand that because only thing they know is running, hiding, hopping, skipping, jumping, and in his case, floating. That's the difference between us. You hear this tether logic, y'all? One thing about all of us right here in the chat, what do we all sit here and do, fam? We come up with our own ways to solve our own problems. They put a hurdle in front of us, we jump it. A blockade, we jump it. An obstacle, we jump it. Look at all these people saying, where do we go? More fear. Where do we go? What do we do? How do you get there? Your answer is to run to Zaddy, who's in the Democratic Party, steal his money, run through all his money, and ask for 39-cent donation. That's not a winning plan, Roland. Your plan is to run to Kamala Harris, tell us that she's Black, she loses, and won't answer your phone calls. That's not a winning plan, Roland. Your plan is to run to Hillary Clinton and do the damn nay-nay with her, and now she has disowned you. That's not a winning plan, Roland. And this is why foundational Black Americans do not accept any type of advice, lecturing, or one goddamn word from a tether, especially a tether who cracks the concrete every time they step. It ain't happening. You can take that stuff all the way back to the Democratic plantation because, quite frankly, FBA, we don't want none. Let's make this clear, family. We got all of our answers. Self-sufficiency. And that's what we've always done. Fam, go back and look. Fam, you know, if you really want to know, the hairlines, the bowheads, all of that, okay? You know when you're talking about an FBA. Let me tell you the main reason why you know when you're talking to an FBA. You can look at all the other indicators, right? But the main thing I want you to notice, these are going to be the two main factors of being a foundational Black American, all right? It's going to be pride, all right? Strength, walking with your chest out. And it's also going to be self-sufficiency. However, self-sufficiency that goes on top of your pride. See, it takes a prideful man to be self-sufficient. If somebody's not self-sufficient, then they are going to fall flat. And what does a tether lack? Self-sufficiency. They can't do anything for their goddamn self. They're always going to be broke. They're always going to be down. They're always going to be running. They're always going to be hiding. They're always going to be afraid. We are a self-sufficient community, and you can look at our track record, and we've always been that way. Go back to slavery. What was that all about? That was, you give us lemons, we make lemonade, right? That was about building America. Like I said, we built America. I don't know how much more self-sufficient you can goddamn get when you build America. So that's what we've been doing. And those are the two key factors that you see. They don't have that. They're stealing from their own people. They're running from their own people, and they're always looking for a handout. FBA don't do that. We are all about self-sufficiency, self-pride, self-excellence. That is going to be the key denominator that separates us from the whole damn planet. And this is why they're running, and this is why they're hiding and afraid. And speaking about afraid, there's a lot of people in Haiti right now, and they're very afraid because the food supply and the food shortage is kind of whooping them up right now. And we here on the Black Alpha Network, we did a little investigation about what's happening with all the food in Haiti. And I be damn, y'all. Whew, how do I say this to y'all? We found out that Roland Martin's homeland is having some real serious food shortages, and it's not what we thought. And I want to bring it to you guys today, okay? And before I bring that to you guys today, I would be remiss if I did not hit the petty alert. Okay, so the petty alert is going. We found out the real source of why Haiti is suffering from so much famine. And I'm going to show you guys today. Okay, here we are. Check this out, y'all. Don't worry about FBA. Worry about your own homeland. And for all the people in Haiti, I send you guys all a good shout out, peace and respect, because we found out that a lot of the food shortage is because of the Unfiltered network. All right. And they have been jacking all of the damn food supply out there. It's a damn shame what Roland Martin has done to his people. Let's go. This right here is an article that I found, and it is called, somebody said, Bad Bushmeat Distribution. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, family. Yes, only man can get this right here, family. Hungry in Haiti, starring Roland Martin. We did some investigation, family, and we looked at the Clinton Foundation, and we did our own version of Doge and U.S. aid, and we did some research to find out why this gentleman is always worried about foundational Black Americans and what is his real roots in Haiti. And what we come to find out was absolutely shocking, just disturbing. And I want to share that with the family. We found out that a lot of those people, Kodak Black, Kodak Brown, Kodak Yellow, they are suffering because all of the food trucks that are being brought in are all running into a certain individual that has been hijacking all of the shipments. So whenever they get a new shipment in, y'all, they're coming across a particular individual that, quite frankly, don't want to share. They've got the food in Haiti. We've shipped it down there. They found that there was millions of earmarked money on the books from the Obama administration, from the Biden administration, and from the Trump administration, both of them. It's just we found out that the food wasn't reaching Haiti because you got burglars, you got ham burglars that are out there stealing all the damn food. Look at all these hands. Look at them. All those suffering, starving people out there, and they can't get access to the food because it's being robbed by a certain someone. I don't know who that guy is. He looks familiar. He looks familiar, family. I'm not sure he looks like he rolls when he walks. In this right here, family, more starving people. More starving people. I don't know who that is, okay? I don't know. I just know he looks like he breathes heavy when he's talking. I don't know. Looks like he's sweating when he's standing still. I don't know, all right? You got burgers. You got biscuits. You got food. You got this guy walking around here with this thing on his head, and he's getting smaller by the second, and he doesn't know where he can find a good meal. Look at these babies. Look at these babies, fam. My taxpayer money goes to support these third world failed homelands, and I am embarrassed about what's going on with our money. Somebody call Elon. Please get Elon on the phone, because we need to have a conversation about why all my money for hamburgers, for steaks, for potatoes, and vegetables are all somehow ending up with the Hamburglar. That's my goddamn question. More investigation found more results. More results are startling, family. It wasn't just going on in little villages in Haiti. They're going to call that black. Y'all see him? Family, we seen even the fields out there. Remember all of the money orders? Them ain't money orders, y'all. No, that is our U.S. taxpayer dollars getting diverted to him so he can take that money and go spend it at the Waffle House. So Miss Fufu 1, Miss Fufu 2, Miss Fufu 3 is getting all of their money taken. That money right there is being eaten all up, family, based on this type of foul, and I mean just bad behavior. Where have we come to as a society? Where have we come to as a people? They said all lives matter, all right? They didn't just say eat up all the goddamn money orders. No. Fufu matters. Jollof matters. So why the hell is this continuing to occur and nobody's putting a stop to it? Family, it gets even more shocking. Even more damn shocking. I'm just appalled, y'all. I'm appalled right now. I didn't know how I was going to break this news to y'all. I was having a hard time, difficult. Family, we come to find out that even some of those 1-800 Feed the Children commercials were infiltrated as well. Yes. We had to pull out some old footage, fam. We had to go get the reels. You know, the ones that go, we had to go through some real footage. I had to cut off all the lights, put the projector screen on, use some new technology. And what we found was a picture of this man in the back again. And what was he doing? He was caught in the act. While you had Sally right here saying, for $2 a day, you could feed a whole village. For $2 a day, Mr. Fufu, who doesn't know who his daddy is, and he likes to hang out with zebras, you could feed him for the rest of this month if you just call 1-800 Feed Jollof. And then in the back, I was like, damn, I seen rolling in the back. And then even this brother had a sign, and he was giving us clues. He was trying to tell y'all back in the goddamn 80s, during the Ronald Reagan administration, he was saying, why, Roland? Why are you doing this to the good people of Africa? You already did it to Haiti. So this is why he's talking about running the Zaddy. How do you get a stop sign? Things that black Americans know at 7 years old. This is why he's talking about his maternal family. This is why. Family, it gets even worse. It gets even worse, fam. Them good folk, man, don't deserve this type of stuff, but it was happening. So we went all the way to the 80s evidence, the 90s evidence. This has been a crime spree going on for years. Look at this one. Look at this. Fam, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Y'all caught in the act. Apparently, some of our correspondents in Africa, I think it was the bushmeat from the streets. I think bushmeat from the street. Y'all remember old buddy from earlier in the video. If y'all just getting in here, rewind all the way back to the beginning. There is a show called Bushmeat from the Street. All right. And Jollof from the block. He said, don't be fooled by the goddamn, the zebras that he got. He's still Jollof from the block. All right. He caught on his show rolling, stealing from that pot. Look at that, fam. Y'all know how we was talking about him taking money from Kamala? Look at them empty pots, y'all. Y'all see he used the money so he can infiltrate the system. See, once he infiltrated the system, he knew he would take a ticket. He used that money from Kamala, bought him a first-class pass. He had friends over there that he called on the phone. Once he called them on the phone, they all went back over there. They stayed for 2 weeks at the Ramada Inn. Then they flew back home. He said he couldn't afford the Ramada, so he got him a small little hotel called the Fufu Lounge. Once everybody left, he got caught on camera taking from those pots. And our good buddy Bushmeat from the streets found out. And he even got the sports bra on. I'm just saying what I seen. It's a damn conspiracy, y'all. And then after that all occurred, look at them poor babies in the back. Poor babies, man. Get out of here, man. Whew. I'm glad I'm FBA, family. Then you see, look at them babies. You got pancakes. You got ice cream. You got chicken. Y'all know they were talking about the price of eggs. Why y'all think the price of eggs was so heavy? Why y'all think the price of eggs was so high? It wasn't because of inflation. It was because of Roland. So that's why it's not inflation, it's immigration. Pancakes, eggs, you name it. He got pancakes, eggs, chicken. He got broth, ice cream, bananas, vegetables, pills. You name it. It's all because of him. So this is why, family, I have solved an international conspiracy. And it's a damn shame. He took the broth out the soup. You know that's bad. Cold, cold, cold. 39 cents a day. Wait a minute now. Wasn't Roland asking for 39 cents a day? If Roland was asking for 39 cents a day, and then John was asking for 39 cents a day, where you think he got it from? It's a conspiracy, y'all. I'm telling you, it is an international conspiracy that has been uncovered by the Black Alpha Network. That man got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pancakes on that goddamn plate. I be D-Zam, I be damn. Look at that right there, fam. Ain't even gonna share. Ain't even sharing. Look at them people in the back. Look at them folks in the back. Them folks in the back over there trying to get some food. Them folks in the back over there trying to get some food, and that man ain't even caring. I told y'all, them folks flee their homelands, and they don't give a damn about their homeland. Look at that. That man say, look at all that food. Little boy say, look at that food. 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 He ain't sharing. Hell no. He don't give a damn. Yeah, he got rice. He got jollof on it. He got all the jollof. I'm hearing that there's also a jollof shortage. I don't know. I don't eat it. But I bet, family, if you talk to one of them foo-foos, they would tell you that that's what it is. And it's a bad day, sad day. But it's great to be FBA because FBA don't play. So when I tell everybody out there in the world that we out here standing on certified business, when I tell everybody out there in the world that we holding it down, we out here holding it down. Because I'm going to say one thing for sure, one thing for certain. They afraid of segregation because they going to lose their proximity through immigration. They mad that FBA hold our own weight, and they mad that Roland came to their village and stole their plate. Certified all the goddamn time. There they go. Yes, indeed. Woo! That part, family. I appreciate the appreciation for that groundbreaking journalism right there. It was just my job to go ahead and send that to the family and put the petty alert into work. So that's what it is. Don't worry about our homeland. Worry about yours, family, and you gonna be all right. Maybe. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. So much love and respect to the whole Certified Foundation of Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? We be out here standing on business. And one thing about us, we invite people to the cookout. Apparently, they just take all the food from the cookout and leave. But that's what they do. So we done broke down a billion different reasons why we are separate, a billion different reasons why we standing on business, a billion different reasons why we're doing what we do and nobody else can do anything. Family, it's lovely to be us. I mean, at this point, family, we are so undefeated. We're so undefeated, they can't stand next to us. No way, shape, form, family. We're so undefeated, we're good. So on this episode, this broadcast, which might be the best broadcast that we've ever done, classic, y'all, and there's plenty more to come. We're going to have classics all the time, and they only going to get better. But it shows y'all, fam, we've been working, we've been shining, we've been grinding, we've been breaking it down. We went all the way through why they're afraid of segregation. We broke down all the different angles and how they're trying to fool us. Then we also broke down how none of that works. So if we break down what they're trying to do on top of them not being able to do it, it shows you that we win it. We talked about the shortage of food supply, the 39 cents a day to keep rolling away. We done broke all of that down. You feel me? So that shows you that where we are, where we're heading is going through the future. And it's going to be an FBA future because there's already an FBA past and apparently it's an FBA present because we run it. And then we broke down how we got to get together, talk about each other. You know how I said, fam? I said it's like, you know, a streets movement, fam. And I said it's like real deep and we're going to talk about so many different things. I say on the Black Alpha Network, you may laugh, you may cry. You're going to go through all the range of emotions. But I tell people, if you don't go through the range of emotions, you're not living. And if you're not going through the range of emotions, then you are not a part of this movement. There's going to be highs, there's going to be low. But remember, even when you're low, you're still high. Remember that. Let me say that one more time, family. When you're in this foundational Black American, certified Black society, Black empowerment, when you're part of the Black empowerment movement, there's going to be a hell of a lot of lows and a hell of a lot of highs. But even when you're low, you're still high. What I mean by high, I'm talking about hovering above everybody else, y'all. That's what we're doing. And that's why we're winning. That's why we're shining. That's why we're exceptional. So it's been beautiful, fam, like we always do. And I'm going to continue to bring that real energy, that real work. We're going to stand on business. We're going to get all the ops out the way. We're going to step on them like we've been doing, and we're going to shine, fam. So we're going to collect. We're going to get together. But before I leave, y'all know I told y'all this is the family. You know I'm always saying number one activist, right? I'm always saying we represent. I'm always talking about certified foundational Black American energy and certified Black society. This is where it is. They say home is where the heart is. Well, my heart is right here with you guys. I got to go ahead and give this up. Much love and respect to the family. I'm getting everybody's stuff. I promise you, I'm going to show everybody's family pictures that everybody's been sending me. And let me tell you guys, I've seen some beautiful pictures of some beautiful foundational Black Americans, and I will continue to show them all. Trust me, I got y'all. We in here. First off, let me say happy birthday to little Quincy. Certified salute. That's the boy. I raised that boy. Certified salute. Handsome. Do your thing, King. You better than everybody. Can't nobody see you. You the greatest, family. You are the greatest. Now, let me show y'all this right here. Since we talking about young folks, and I told y'all what separate me, fam. I can't run around here without the family. I need y'all. I love y'all. Passion. But when I say that the Black Alpha Network is different, when I say that I move different, when I say that I am the people's champ, reminiscent of the old school, real, authentic, traditional energy, I wouldn't do this unless I loved y'all. But there's a young man, a young brother, and I like to believe that that was a very, very handsome young brother. And that right there is baby Alpha, y'all. Yes, indeed. Shout out to my mama. I love you, mama. Certified salute, you guys. That right there is me. Baby Alpha 80s, baby. The 90s raised me, and the 2000s drive me crazy, but I do this shit daily. So as I show everybody love and I show everybody's family and I show everybody respect, I definitely had to go ahead and say, hey, man, if y'all gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it together. So that is me right there, family, as a young, handsome brother, you know what I'm saying, holding it down throughout the 50 states of the United States of America. I was born in mountains, very, very high in the sky, okay, and just represent to the fullest. But that's baby Alpha. I think I might be the only person who put his baby picture out there, but I'm the only one who does a lot of things, okay, because that's why I say, man, I'm the voice of the people. I'm the voice of the streets. I'm the voice of the community. I'm the people's champion. That's what it is. So that's baby Alpha right there, man. You know, handsome, young, foundational Black American. Every time I look at that picture, I'm like, man, my parents had me clean. I was in there G'd up from the flow. You know what I'm saying? Represent. How many of y'all got those like grainy pictures? I don't know how many 80s babies. You know, when you got to the 2000s, them pictures came out in HD. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to tell them young folk, like, y'all pictures nowadays be clean as hell. Our pictures, boy, you know, they done had a stain or two on them. They done been through some things. Hey, our baby pictures done been through more than these tethers have been through. That's how certified we are. We all got all them baby pictures. You know what I'm saying? They be real rough because ours was some hard copies. You know, we ain't take no phone pictures or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, indeed. That's me as a child. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to the whole family. Much respect to the lineage, heritage, and culture. Every time I look at that picture, I said, I think to myself, I said, young boy had no idea what was waiting on this planet Earth for him as a young Black American. I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? I was just being born into the greatest lineage of all time, and there was going to be haters everywhere I went. And I didn't know that at the time. And that's the thing about the innocence of our children. So as I look at my picture as a baby, I see the same thing when I look at everybody else. I look at your children. I look at kids going down the street. They don't know what's ahead of them. They don't know all the haters and all the jealousy that comes along with being great like us. You know what I'm saying? But notice what I said. Key word, great like us. Meaning all the haters can hate. Everybody can have a problem, vitriol, spite, jealousy, and envy, but can none of that penetrate this foundational Black American certified Black society force field? You know what I'm saying? And that force field is what gets us through and makes us shine. So when we're born and we come to this planet Earth through the ancestors, we represent to the fullest. When we get here, we represent to the fullest. And all we do is make history, family. So we're out here blazing our own path, standing on our own business, doing what we got to do. And I'm sending a certified salute. That young baby right there in the 80s could send a big certified salute himself, but now he grown, so he can send one to y'all in real time and full time. But I'm definitely proud of everybody. Yeah, that baby look just like me, don't it? Damn. The genetics is strong, family. The genetics is strong. Stay with me. But I got a lot of love for everybody and much respect, and I'm going to always continue to hold it down and represent to the fullest of the lineage, heritage, and culture, no matter where you're from. Midwest, East Coast, down South, we are all family. We don't plantation bang, man. We do our thing. And that's the difference. And ain't nothing changed. You feel me? So we're going to get stronger. We're going to elevate even more. And I definitely wanted to put out this real certified energy. And y'all know when I break down and I get into my real soft, smooth voice and not my turned up voice, it hit a little different. So here I am. And I just want everybody to know that, fam. We do it all. We can be high, we can be low, we can be full speed, and we could also speak very smooth, very subtle, very intellectual, very scholarly, and we could just talk that talk. But whatever it is, when it comes from the Black Alpha Network, whether that's baby Alpha right there when I was a child, or me right here as a grown man, I'm going to always stand on business for the family. And as long as you got family, then you don't need anybody. And damn it, I got the best family in the world. Who is that? That's every single one of you. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. And I say that with my pure FBA soul. Love y'all. Much respect, much respect, much respect, y'all. Certified salute. All right, y'all. One hell of an episode. Another one. We breaking it down. We doing everything that we have to do. We're empowered and we're getting stronger and we're breaking records. And I love everybody convening here, right here on the Black Alpha Network. We're so goddamn excellent, y'all. And we so fly in the process. I like to believe we some good looking people too. So I send you guys the most love. I send you guys the most passion. I want you guys to enjoy everything. We're going to continue to push and hold it down. I appreciate y'all. Y'all my family. I don't care what nobody says. I don't need nothing. I got you guys, every one of y'all. And I know every single one of y'all. It's like having a big family. Every single individual is their own special individual, and they're all special to me. I don't give a damn if there's 2,000 people in the chat. I don't give a damn if we get to 2 million in the chat. I don't care where this Certified Black Society, Black Alpha Network takes me. Every single one of you guys specifically, individually, is important to me, all right? I don't care. When I talk to one of y'all, it's like I'm talking to the only person in the world. That's how I feel. That's how I always feel. The passion and the fire runs deep, even on the darkest day. It burns bright, and my fire burns bright. I always tell my wife, I like to believe that my fire burns a lot deeper than some of these people you see. All right. And my journey here has been a powerful journey, and I appreciate every single day, and I appreciate every single one of you guys beyond words. These words are what I'm using because words are all I have. But beyond the words, beyond the statements, it exists right here and exists in a place that is in a realm between love, passion, and soul. And that's where all of my energy and vibe comes from towards you guys. So I send you guys much love and respect. I appreciate y'all. We're going to build this thing. We're going to keep this thing going, and we're going to cook. And all the haters going to get brushed out the way. That's how we do things, man. When you're great, you're great. When you're shining, you're shining. And everybody else just has to watch. So I send that to you guys. Remember, y'all, we are building something very special right here. And it's just different than everything else. And it's one of the first. It's probably the most powerful foundational Black American certified Black society grassroots movement we all got going, and we're all doing it for ourselves. So when it goes there and they reading about all of us 50 years from now, we can be like, damn, I remember sitting in the chat roasting people. I remember sitting in the chat sharing grandma pictures and baby pictures. And now look what we did. We changed the world. We already changing it, fam. And we're going to change it. We're going to put our stamp on it. So certified salute to everybody. One love. We out here winning. We out here shining. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who hates the megastar, keep on hating on the megastar. And I'm going to keep on slapping you up. That part. Certified salute to the family. Much love and respect. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay great. Y'all stay vigilant. Shout out to my brother Duddy. One love, noble brother. One love to everybody in the chat. I see you. Denise, I see you. Let's go to work, y'all. It's a hell of a time, hell of a grind, and we on ours all the way to the fullest. So, as I always say on the Black Alpha Network, I want you to all remember, no matter what happens, no matter what you do, no matter how many tethers are scared, just remember that black is beautiful and beautiful is always black. And that's a peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. That's how we do it. Tupac, bring us home, brother. Bring us home.
I don't care what y'all think. If you whatever the fuck you think you are, and until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans? And we out here dying. We thugs and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that shit.